Hello and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Baltimore by Night game. Last time we had a slight detour where we did a slight historical game as we were down two people and it was between major arcs, so a little diversion. Um, but tonight we go back to our regularly scheduled hijinks. Katrina, what happened last time? Again, reason I pick you is because you literally were just watching what happened last time, like an hour ago.
Okay, for what it's worth, I am dying because if anybody notices I'm a little out of it today, it's because I got my vaccine and I'm exhausted. Um, yay, go fucking get it. Um, so last time was the trial for Kozaline, which we found out was less of a trial and more like a ruse to get Shribolg and apparently his Lasombra accomplice that none of us knew existed, and the majority of the Camarilla didn't know existed until we started rattling our big mouths to Pavel, and we're talking about how we couldn't understand how Miyazaki managed to put himself on camera twice as himself and as Cozy because Cozy obviously wouldn't have said such dumb shit.
She's
And
smart.
yeah,
She
that
has high intelligence.
low wisdom. Anyway, that's not a score in this game. Uh,
You know what I mean. We know what
and
you
apparently, in mentioning that, that was what clued Pavel in on that he had an accomplice. Sorry. An accomplice that he was using flesh crafting on to make them look like Kozlini. And the reason I knew it was El Sombra is because the video that they presented was on a VHS, which is fucking weird. And they kept claiming that all of the artifacts and glitchy shit on the VHS is just because it's a VHS and it was old as shit. But that is apparently a thing that the Lasombra have, where they do not show up on camera properly. So that was their clue of that. Um, Skip forward to the trial. All of the rest of us, except for Adrian, had somewhere else to be. Adrian was basically circling the block waiting for Cozy to come running out of there, which she did, as it proceeded to get hotter and hotter in the room until somebody burst into fucking flames. And she naturally, of course, said, fuck that noise and ran away. Uh, Dived into the car with Adrian, where she promptly had a panic attack, and they had a little bit of a heart to heart. They made it back to the Haven. Um, Everybody else joined up at the Haven. Santiago and Elizabeth left where they were waiting for Beckett because he wasn't getting there until 2 hours. Because, of course, surprise, surprise, Ebenezer lied to get us out of the way. We meet up, we have a heart to heart, and then in the midst of said heart to heart, Beckett shows up. Um, Beckett, who, by the way, having heard your description a second time, Kevin, sounds exactly like Harry Dresden on the covers of the books. Apparently, he was wearing jeans, a Slipknot t-shirt, a trench coat, and a hat.
Huh.
like he
For the
had wait,
handful of people that have read that,
Slipknot T-shirt. Like he has
like the
Band.
band.
Oh, okay.
There's a metal band called Slipknot.
Okay, I was like
Sorry.
imagining him like a cowgirl, like flipped over and like just
Ah,
Now I
no,
kind of want to see art of that, though.
no.
Uh,
Yeah.
apparently, he looks a little bit like Matt Mercer, but with that outfit. And we stopped by, all of us decided to go and check out these artifacts. We stopped by Elizabeth's apartment so she could pick up the artifact, which I think was a couple of books that Fred had given me. Fred, who the Nosferatu that owns a pawn shop in town. And then we went down to the harbor to see these two shipping containers that he has full of goodies. And that's where we left off as we were about to open the box.
All
in the
right.
box, Kevin?
Yes,
what's
Kevin,
in
what's
the
in the box?
box?
Uh, what a movie. Oh, okay, so Beckett's there. It's like, good for you to show up. Elizabeth, you're the one
Show up,
who,
he brought us here.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure we drove in his car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He should-
Being Tremere.
Well, I know how you young fledglings are. Sometimes you just disappear and walk away, or
No idea what that's
sometimes,
talking about.
to be cool, you like to stand in the corner with all the shadows around you, like angst.
Who would ever do that? That's crazy.
To be fair, that was mostly the 90s. Cut
Anyway,
to a completely different piece of film reel where Adrian would have dressed like that and done that.
90s. That was just 10 years ago.
It's
Oh,
30, sir.
Anyway, are we
I
opening the
was gonna
box or what?
say.
Just white hair starts showing up.
I'm aging rapidly as we speak. Let's go.
So he goes, there's two containers, one's red, one's blue. He's like, I chose two different colors to make them easy to distinguish which one's which.
Makes sense. Which one do we want to check out first?
Well, the red contains one thing, the blue contains most everything else.
Well, I guess let's deal with the one thing first.
Alright. Oh, I will warn you, I do have everything categorized and memorized and exactly where everything is. If I find anything missing, I will hunt you down and I will final death you.
Good to know.
I don't want your gross ass
It
dirty
comes up a
little
lot.
shit.
Also, just so everyone knows, if this stuff is as old as it is, maybe don't touch anything unless Beckett or I suggest that it's safe to do so, because some of these things will just fall apart if you touch them.
Yes.
Are we getting gloves? Are all of us there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we getting gloves to handle?
I would say Elizabeth knows that what she was going to be doing. She probably has a couple of sets in her bag.
Well, if at any point I allow you to touch something, I will hand you not really much in the way of gloves because we lack the oils on our skin as we are vampires and don't produce those. That's why we don't leave fingerprints.
But what if we just wanted to look the part?
I'm sure I have some gloves somewhere. Pulls out some just driving gloves.
I'm just saying, I don't know if you have any footage going on in here in case human folk try to come in and steal your stuff. That's all.
If he has cameras, then he would be the only one seeing them.
Yeah.
Is this his
Open
storage
the
space? I
box
thought this was
already,
like
I'm
some
getting
We're going to be
harbor.
inside. We're probably going to be inside the shipping container.
Okay, listen, I'm
Open
not
Anyway.
gonna
the
overthink it.
box.
Would you
Open
two
the
Come
like?
here
box.
anyways.
Would you two like keys to a hotel room to continue to bicker like a old married couple?
Which two are you talking to? Let's
The
go.
two who are bickering.
What kind of hotel room?
There's like 3 or 4 people bickering out of game. So
Like, I can get you into the Motel 8. It's right around the corner.
So classy.
I'm sorry, I don't want to go there again. No, sir.
Most people don't.
No.
So I
I don't
opened
think
some.
we need you to get into a Motel 8.
Number is far
Oh.
too small.
Crash.
So he goes to the ray container, I believe, opens it up, and on the inside there's just a massive black sarcophagus, like a like really big. I think there's a picture I sent to the one group. Let's see if I can find it again. It's when I say massive, it's like a person standing next to it. It goes a bit above their heads and stuff.
Jesus Christ.
And
No
it's-
wonder that's the only thing in here.
Yeah, and
This
it's
was
like
in the blue or red one.
The red
Red
one.
Okay.
yes, red for danger.
Ah.
Okay.
Not really. I just picked them at random. This right here is a sarcophagus that has a long history. Apparently, it was originally recovered in the 17th century in the Middle East, or in Egypt actually, then got lost, rediscovered, and then the Sabbath stole it and took it back to the Middle East and reburied it, where a bunch of humans discovered it a couple decades, about 8 years ago or so, maybe 9. Then I hired a bunch of I hired a bunch of kindred to go steal it a couple nights ago and bring it here.
Okay.
Yes, it cost a lot of lives to get. Apparently, in its original location, any non-vampire who attempted to retrieve it would either die if they were normal, or if they were a ghoul, would go permanently insane.
Bummer.
Hmm.
So what? You clearly know a lot about its history. You want me to just appraise it, or?
Well, if you're going to be part of my network of associates and informants and stuff, I would like you to examine things and tell me what you see. So, and as I already know some of the answers, it'd be easy for me to judge if you actually are knowledgeable or if you're just blowing smoke out of your ass.
That's fair. So Kevin, what do I roll for that? I have
Uh,
kindred history and art history. If either of those are
um,
useful.
kindred, history, and intelligence would be good.
Okay. I want to impress, so I'm going to roll rouse check to do a blood surge. Woo! I am not hungrier. So I am rolling a dickload of dice. 4 for my intelligence, and 3 for academics, plus 1 for kindred history. Oh, hey, and then I add 2 more because of the blood surge, which I forgot about.
Almost immediately.
So, yeah, okay, I'm tired, all right?
I am literally teasing for friendship.
2 10s is 4 successes regardless of what dice they're on, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I got 7 successes, and one of the crits was on a blood dice.
Hmm. Messy critter. Yeah, we just go that. Okay, so you start looking at it and examining it, and you do notice that it's written in an ancient form of Enochian, which is considered like the first language of humankind by some scholars. Now, some people just say it was made up by someone else and it's not the first one, but this is very old, very very old. You also noticed as you're trying to translate it some that there are certain names that you kind of recognize from like um, some of the a few of the history things you've gone before with kindred history. Names like Cain and Enoch and Irad. But do you speak Enochian?
No.
Yeah. So it's you're looking and it's hard for you to translate it, but you are pretty sure it's very old and very much a kindred artifact.
I will share that information. Whatever it is, it's old as hell. Talks about Cain, Enoch, Irad. It's written in ancient Enochian, which I'm only passingly familiar with. I don't actually speak it, unfortunately.
It takes time to learn the old language. But yes, it is very ancient. That's not
Yeah, I don't
There's
know what
not
that
going to
was.
be another Zamichi in this thing, is there?
Yeah, I do not like
Based
the
on the
look of
names
it.
Enoch and Irad, would I have any idea what clan those are associated with?
roll your kindred history to see how well you know the names. You all can roll that too if you hear her speak it. If you have anything related to academics or
Okay.
a cult, actually, it'd probably be a cult.
Uh,
I have a cult.
No.
I have
I'm
a
just going
cult.
to take a pose nearby.
Would not have infernalism, right?
No, it's not infernal.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Making sure.
Jilon just like
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
using
I'm gonna
modeling to
stand
look
over
like she's
here and
professional.
look pretty.
Is it-
what it?
Is it just a cult or is it
Yeah.
something else too?
oh, it's intelligence and occult. Sorry.
Okay.
Hmm.
4, 5.
Technically, I'd get 1 die.
And I'd still be rolling kindred history academics, though, right?
Okay. Okay.
How much
4
longer
successes.
do I have?
5
Oh,
successes.
Yes. No. Please show your peen. Just remember,
All excited.
somehow there was only a stake down in that pit. I don't know why.
I got
Listen, if you're gonna try and stick your tongue out at me, I'm gonna pull up the middle finger.
I am.
All right. So 4,
5
5.
successes.
All right.
How the hell did I
I
get a
got
BTO
3
failure?
Oh
You're so mad you don't know.
I'm so hungry.
You just like you're thinking about it, and then your stomach goes.
Do I care?
Let me check something out here real quick.
Oh,
Maybe there's a
no.
seal nearby. We're at the docks.
No.
Oh no.
No.
Gangrel gets a compulsion. Oh boy.
That's one hunger, right?
Um,
Yeah.
potentially.
Who's getting a compulsion?
I don't know. I just know that Alex got a bestial failure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what is the gangrel compulsion?
If I can find it, I'll let you know in a second.
Like licking a chicken.
Longer facial hair, bigger nails.
I
Yelling at the moon real loud.
Jesus.
feel like those are actually
Not too bad.
not far off. Like
Hmm.
at least by the old standards.
Goddamn this book. Give me a
Damn it to
second.
heck.
You know how it's organized.
Look in the index for compulsions.
That's what I'm looking at now.
I piss on like a fire hydrant or something. Blood, I guess.
Yes.
Oh.
Compulsion.
Can you imagine like pissing blood all the time? That sounds awful.
Luckily, you
I'm
guys
not
know
going
how
to
see
share
it.
my story on air.
Wait, what? I guess we
Oof.
don't really have to pee anymore. Try
No,
page
we don't.
208, Kevin.
Yeah, I found it.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah.
He'll be fine.
Alright,
Don't
so-
worry.
Gangrel, feral impulses. Returning to an animalistic state, the vampire regresses to a point where speech is hard, clothes are uncomfortable, and arguments are best settled with teeth and claws. For one scene, the vampire gains a 3 dice penalty to roll
Oh,
rolls involving manipulation and
fuck.
intelligence. They can only speak in one-word sentences during this time.
Oh no.
Oh, you got hulked. I love it.
Little bit.
You just
yeah.
became a horny Anne Rice angry vampire.
Oh no.
But for the
You never
rest
go
of you,
full Anne Rice.
yeah.
Merch
Callie?
opportunity right there.
You've
Never go full
gone
in
full
rice.
in rice.
Yeah. So, you do know the name Enoch and Irad are names of second generation of vampires, those who are sired directly from Cain. They are the sires of the third generation, who are the antediluvians who created the clans.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, so
back
this
in-
is something big and bad then, huh?
Yes, I've already translated it, and it is actually very interesting in that it lists more members of the second and third than the Book of Nod lists,
Oh.
because there's actually a genealogy upon it, which is interesting. All right, would we like to check out the other container now?
Sure.
I'm sorry. I just
We're not going to open this thing.
I was gonna mention. Do you mind if we take a peek inside?
Nah, I'm not going to open it currently.
Do you
Depending
really
on-
want to? Do you really want to open more sarcophagi? I'm just
Well,
saying.
Even though I'm not a firm believer in these things like Kahana and stuff,
Depending on who
the
could be inside.
right
it could
here
be-
says, "Here lies Lucian, childer of Irad, grandchilder of Cain, one of the third, a ruler of the kine of Enoch. Know this and rejoice, children of Seth, for he will not awaken so long as his chamber remains sealed."
So that's an antediluvian.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't really believe they really exist, but
That's
better
a
safe
third
than sorry.
generation kindred.
Better safe than sorry. And also, I would prefer to open it in a safe lab-like environment so I don't expose it to Baltimore City air.
That's fair.
I was
That's-
thinking more just general mortal society in the harbor, but sure, okay, all right, throw us under the bus.
It's Baltimore City. They would not know the difference.
I want to argue with you, but you're not wrong. All right, to the next
Remember, people,
box.
I am from Baltimore City.
We're allowed to say that shit. We live here.
Opens
Yeah.
up the next one, and it's actually full of things. There's shelves and glass those pedestals with like glass boxes and stuff. He's like, here is the bulk of stuff I've been collecting the last 4 or 5 years. Over here is a shelf full of journals and diaries of various vampires throughout the ages. There's One here is said to come from Mithras, the Prince of London. Written in written in the
I'm a-
14th century, I believe. Is your friend okay over there?
Which one?
The Gangrel. Oh, I understand. It's okay, dude.
Well, I'm just doing that thing where what? I'm just wiping my ass on the ground.
Oh, I was gonna.
Just
I was
not
imagining
I
her.
was
clothes
hoping
are.
for more dignity, but why not?
I was thinking since clothes are uncomfortable, you're probably doing a lot more scratching and maybe like trying to take the shirt off a bit, kind of thing. Where it's just like,
Are you alright?
I'm just I don't know. I'm just minding my own business. I'm not talking to anybody right now. I'm just scratching my back against like the corrugated like siding of the crate.
We might need to take him out for a walk.
It's horrible.
He has lice. I'm not traveling with him.
um.
They only like clean hair, Jilon.
So, right here, he points to a glass case where you see a flint dagger. He's like, "This is supposedly a knife or dagger owned by Jabal, the first of servants." I really doubt that. I doubt it's that old. Jabal, for those uninitiated, is supposedly the first ghoul,
Hmm.
according to Nautic lore. Again, I doubt it. It is an old dagger, though.
Alright.
Here's an interesting thing I just retrieved from Vosselgrad. It used to be called Stalingrad. It is a coffin here that apparently contains a torpored vampire who supposedly witnessed the events that would eventually lead to Baba Yaga's death. Not many witnesses have survived. Eventually, I would like to awaken her and find out what happened, if anything.
So many questions on that one.
Yeah, but right now though, I wasn't gonna wake up Torpor because I have nothing to feed them at the moment. And
Hmm.
most of the time, when you wake up, you get a little famished.
Yeah, for those of you wondering why we're freaking out, some of us were in the game where we found this coffin.
Oh, interestingly, apparently they were torpored by having their own arm shoved into their heart.
Huh.
Well, bummer.
Wouldn't know anything about that one.
No,
That
Probably
thing
forgot
must have
about
been a
that part, I'm
huge
guessing.
No,
monster
it's
to
just
do
like
that.
I wasn't expecting him to say it, and it just made me laugh.
he opens it up and you just
Wait,
see.
your other character also got their heart ripped out? Are you kidding me,
No,
Callie?
no,
No,
she got her heart
I
impaled.
got my arm ripped off and then through my heart.
Oh
I got my head ripped
God.
off. No, sorry, punched off.
So he opens up
Sorry, you
the
did get her heart back.
opens up the coffin and you see the vampire just like laying there with the arm just sticking out. It's like,
That's it. I'm sorry. Do you mind if I get a mental picture of that? I just need a couple more seconds.
You're so
The
weird.
ligaments are. All right. Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you.
it's very interesting. Here is a
Unbelievably weird.
yeah, and he just goes through a lot of the
Horror
artifacts.
makeup.
A lot of the artifacts he shows off are a lot of like papers and journals and maps and stuff that are purposely like designed or supposedly created by Kindred, showing Kindred history and stuff. And he has you do a basic appraisal of things, and he seems overall kind of impressed of what you're saying so far.
Um,
Because your number's high enough that you can get most basic stuff pretty easily.
yeah, I'm rolling for appraisal. I'm rolling 8 dice.
Yeah.
Liz is also very interested if he'll let her read any of that Journal of Mithras, because he's a Ventrue, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she's very interested in him.
It's like, we'll see. Once I judge that you are good enough, I still need to do some vetting
So, yeah.
to make sure you're just not some sort of thief.
Completely understandable.
When he says vetting, I'm gonna look at Santiago.
Rude.
Just cross my legs. Huh?
Wow. Get fucking wrecked.
I'm sorry. The name of this gentleman again, just so I can use his name.
Beckett.
Bennett.
Beckett. Thank
Oh.
you.
Why did I say Bennett?
Bennett. Beckett. Fine. Excuse me, Mr. Beckett.
Mhm.
I was wondering, do you have any pieces related to my clan? I, like Jilon, am one of the Toreador, and my sire kind of left me on the stoop, so to speak.
Well,
Your
goes
baby
to,
orphan.
he goes to an armoire thing, wardrobe. He opens up. He's like, "These are some dresses that were supposedly worn by Helena in the 15th century."
Really?
Jilon, fashion.
Jilon is there. Yes.
Just
He's
I'm
already
there.
standing there.
Oh, yes.
I
Enter from
feel like
stage
the
left.
sequence of
They
events
just
is
they just look like
Helena,
curtains
dresses.
because they just look like
Oh, yeah,
curtains
she said-
because like they just wore like pieces of cloth and then like like tying up stuff.
But still, they were well.
So much more complicated than that.
Ah, I no, I took a Greek art history class. That would be about where it would be.
15th
It's-
century. That's 14th, 15th century. That's 15, 1600s.
ah,
Yeah, AD, not BC.
okay.
Yeah, not Helena Troy, Helena, right?
No, he's like, no, Helena of Troy.
All right. So I wasn't mistaken.
Oh,
Yeah.
Helen
yeah.
or Helena?
Helena. Helen's also what the English call her. Oh, you guys weren't
Oh.
aware that she was a Toreador.
Again, was
Poor
dropped on the
Helena.
stoop. I have no real knowledge of the Toreador background, and so
Yes, she
This
was
is
considered one of the
fascinating.
most beautiful women in history, and well, the history. She made a lot of history, especially with the Carthage Rome wars between the Bruja and the um, Ventrue and stuff like that. It's a lot. It's very interesting.
yes.
I'm not that old, so I wasn't a part of it. But
Of
yeah.
course.
Also, I believe long ago she had she sired some people, and one of them, I think, started those succubus clubs that pop up in almost every city.
You don't say.
I just did.
I'm showing interest, sir.
I know.
By the way, I was considering looking into something. I know they were joking about the Zamish, but as someone who actually crafts fake body parts, what would it take to learn the skill to craft flesh? If I wanted to make my face mold into a creature that I have in mind and then cast that, that would be so much easier for me than having to waste so many supplies.
Well, typically you'd have to find a member of the clan to teach you.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
I'm genuinely unsure of how that would happen,
Uh,
sir.
Yeah, they're kind of secretive with their techniques, kind of like how the Tremere are with their thaumaturgy and blood rituals.
Oh, okay.
Though he just like slowly gazes over at the Tremere and the party. Um,
What's going to become of these dresses?
um, honestly, I was just gonna put them up for auction.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Where are you putting them, or where are you holding the auction?
I haven't really decided yet. It depends on which auction house can give me the best deals. Also, I have to either find one that is very kindred friendly or lie about their pedigree.
I
Make
feel
sure you
like
keep me in the loop of when they go up.
We
I
do.
point at both Elizabeth and Jilon. I feel like these two would be very interested in paying
Got
direct.
about 500,000.
I don't know how
It's
many.
not out of the question.
How many is 3 dots of resources worth?
Don't know. Let me check. See.
I can pull it up.
Yeah, they-
Perhaps. Maybe not for me, but someone that I know might be interested. Certainly.
We do have a relatively famous fashion designer in
So
town, though.
3
Jilon's daughter.
dots. If you do 3 dots, it will hit you hard, but you might be able to pull it together.
Okay.
But it's like really scrapping into things. It's like when you buy a house and you're just regular middle class and like hurts you at first, especially that down payment of like, 10, 15% down kind of thing.
For what it's
Could I
worth,
take some photos?
Sure.
there are a couple of
Okay,
kindred in the city that might be interested. Jilon's sire, Lauren Stanley, is a fashion designer. Might be interested.
Oh,
I'm
him.
sending him pictures.
That guy is terrible. You don't want to deal
No.
with him.
I just kick Cozy lightly.
Ow!
Yes.
He'll probably like you more now that you've helped with that thing that you did.
I helped
there's
no
also-
one. I was used and it was gross.
There's also the Toreador Primogen in the city might be interested. I know she has an art gallery.
Oh, I also have a painting.
Ooh.
It was painted by a kindred in the 5th century or so, AD. It's supposed to be really good, but I just not really up for it. There's a Toreador who drew it. There's supposedly they used the blood of 100 people to go through with the paints to make it.
Lovely.
That's
I'd expect
macabre,
the hustle.
fascinating.
I'm still not quite sure about the snails, though.
Could
Yes.
Wait, paintings of snails or paintings by snails?
No, it's got snails in the corners. Like there's a knight
Could
riding
you
a snail.
Could you ghoul a snail?
I don't recommend it.
have you ever seen the movie Slugs? I would not recommend it.
Watching the movie
not-
or Google slugs?
Yes.
um,
It's great 80s horror. But is that painting nearby?
he just walks over and poos a curtain. Yes.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, look
Did
at
that
those
look like anybody that
snails.
we would have seen in the past?
I really like the giant
Yeah.
daggers on the snails. It really bring the whole thing together.
Yeah, what is the
honestly.
painting of? Is it a portrait of somebody or?
yeah, it's a portrait of someone you don't really recognize them. But it's old painting of a Toreador and stuff. It's like 20K.
It's an interesting medium. I wouldn't have thought blood would last hundreds of years as a paint.
What is
I
that?
will. I assume maybe there is some sort of blood magic involved. I'm not sure. I'm not really big on artistry. I'm more of an archaeologist.
Am interested. Two Dots is middle class, 20K. If I were to try and do it, I mean, I'd be eating ramen for a few months, but I could do it.
I feel like you'd probably be eating a painting too.
You don't need to eat ramen.
You know what I mean?
Um,
You
yeah, it
can't
will.
eat ramen.
So if you do it, you would temporarily be down to 1 resource dice for next like a session or 2 until you can rebuild that savings.
I've literally been sitting on my stuff, only purchasing supplies because that's all I have to, besides other supplies.
Okay.
Oh yes, I saw your torso.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're interested, we can write up this, sales slip, and I can.
Yeah, if we
mail it
want
to
to
you.
do a writ of sale, I would absolutely be interested.
He just pulls out a thing. They do the transaction. It's like, I will have one of my associates.
While they're
Mail
talking,
to you.
Liz wants to check it out and try and determine if it looks like it is actually blood mixed in the paint or not. Or
Hey!
I'm not touching, just looking.
Once it's paid for and to your place, you can do what you want with it.
I'm not touching it. I just wanted to look.
As much
I'm
as I
just-
love it
Get
in
mad.
my place, I will give you the address for our haven, our mutual haven, because I know that I won't be able to keep that one out of my condo if I don't put it there. And I feel like if there is blood magic, our lovely, not Tremere, other one.
No, she's Tremere.
Tremere.
No, not you, Liz. I'm talking Mari.
Mari's
She's
Tremere.
Tremere.
Mari is Tremere.
I'm
I'm
Ventrue.
still learning the names, gang.
Yeah.
I say that both in and out of character.
So
I would like to check on Sandy to see if he's dying over there.
I would say that your compulsion is easing off. You're feeling more yourself right now. You kind of just got that out of your system.
You
So.
alright?
You're talking to me?
Yes.
No, the other
Oh.
you.
No, you said Cindy. I didn't know what you were talking about.
That's what she calls him all the time. And
Sandy,
every
not
time you're
Sandy.
confused.
I like to think that was partially in character too. It's like, who are you talking to? Oh,
What?
I think I just shitted on something. I don't know. It was moving.
Oh,
Yeah. I think I'm okay now.
she pats you on the back.
That's
Do you want-
concerning. Vampires don't shit.
If he tries hard enough.
Uh,
Let's go outside. Let's get
did
some fresh air.
something.
I mean, I
so
don't like it either.
we can fast forward through
I
some
didn't
more
know
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
Just showing you, and I showed you different things. Once like say vets you stuff, he'll be more open to sending you things and interesting information like that. But for the most part, he seems chill with all of you.
Liz also would show off the books that she had borrowed from Fred to appraise.
Fred or Simon?
Simon, fuck.
Yeah. He's like, oh, tell me what you find out when you can.
Will do.
All right.
Other than the sarcophagus of doom,
Mhm.
were there any other story hook pieces that we wanted to maybe touch base on? No, we're good.
Yeah, there's more of a lore thing, so yeah.
I was interested. I have a very incomplete version of the Book of Nod. If you have any idea where I could get one that has a little bit more in it.
He walks over, opens up a little chest, and you see like
Just like
perfect
50, 20 of that.
Yeah, you just see
50 of 'em.
several bound ones. He's like, I did do a small book run of ones that me and my mentor worked on. Kind of hard to sell them because reasons, but
Understandable.
yeah, we sent them up to some printing place in Ohio, and the person was really really overworked.
Oh.
Free him.
Oh, it was Dr. Knight. No.
So he walks over and just
I mean,
hands you a
Dr.
copy.
Knight would have been a much cooler name than Cuthbert Beckett.
It's like, so, yeah, here, have a copy.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's incomplete, and things are omitted, and there's commentary.
I'm perfectly fine with that. It's
Yeah.
better than a handful of pages I had before.
All right. Well, he starts closing the stuff up. If that's everything, I guess I'll drive you home.
We can also get an Uber. And I'll leave him like my business card. Let me know if you decide where you want to hold that auction. We'd be interested in sitting in on it.
Of course.
Yeah, I texted pictures of those dresses to Lawrence.
He's just like sends back the emojis of like dancing person and like I don't know, basically like swooning kind of emojis.
Drooling emoji, hard eyes emoji.
Yeah, I take part in the interchange.
That really creepy one that people send where it's like the eye and the lips and the eye, but they're like not in the correct orientation
Yeah.
that you all send on Discord all the time.
Oh, you mean Ollie's favorite emote?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker.
So, did you want? He'll just drive you home. It's easier. It's just like, Here you go. He puts on the music, and it's just listening to country. He's like,
Ugh. Yeah, Liz will continue to chat him up as we're going, just because I'm very interested in learning if he knows anybody else that's got ties to like kindred historical artifacts and stuff like that.
there's a whole network.
How did you pull that off in Zoom? I didn't even know you could do emojis in Zoom.
Oh.
For those at home,
Oh.
and the
You put
Zoom
emojis
chat,
in Zoom.
yeah, and it's the eye, the mouth, and the eye one, but they're
None of them
aligned weird.
allowed.
Yeah.
Apparently. Well, I started a monster. So Make them. You do have several hours left in the night for things.
Yeah. Um.
Ah, my arm.
Oh no.
I went to stretch and I was like, no. I also received the shot vaccine, so my arm is also a bit sore for people at home. So, what do you do the rest of the night, or do we just move forward to the next days?
I want to talk to Denise.
All right.
How late is it?
It's about 1 in the morning.
We got a couple
Okay.
hours still.
Okay. Would it be better to do what we were talking about now, or would it be better to hold off on that?
If Coes can make it to O'Donovan's in time, yeah. I mean,
Okay,
you don't
then
have.
we'll-
Yeah, I don't know if you have a car. I mean, guess someone could drive you.
They didn't get the scooter yet.
She has an
No.
allowance. She can afford an Uber occasionally.
That means using her phone, and she's lazy.
She has an allowance?
Yeah.
We couldn't afford chicken nuggets otherwise.
Why would she eat chicken nuggets? She's a vampire.
She likes the
Couldn't you use
shape.
one of
have
those
enough money for chicken
domination
nuggets.
things
Hey.
to dominate an
She
Uber
likes
driver?
the
so you don't
shape,
have to pay?
okay? And like sometimes she likes the taste of gross sweaty people.
So, yeah, so Coes, is basically like, I'll see you guys a bit later, and
She's
orders
like the gif of the dude that just goes this and then disappears.
just call up an Uber. Uber driver's like, shoot. Uber?
Yep, that's me.
All right.
Let's
Ox,
go.
he's like, Ox cord?
No, it's alright.
So, going clubbing?
Yes.
Oh,
Going to
nice.
dance the night away.
Ah, cool. Yeah, so yeah, I don't really go clubbing. I normally drive around a lot of places. Yeah, golf club, I'm guessing? Emo?
Yes.
I mean, I'm just saying the Cape,
It's cosplay.
Ah, cosplay. Oh, like the thing where you see people in the woods throwing, like, Nerf balls at each other going, fireball, fireball.
That's the one.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I saw some nerds playing that stuff the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
because he's very, very uncomfortable.
Pulls up to Odon and it's like, hey, remember, 5 stars.
Yes.
Cozy, how do app? Do not understand.
I mean, Cozy does. She just chooses not to. She's not like Jilon that can't read or whatever, but like she just doesn't want to.
Doesn't want to.
Yeah,
So,
doesn't give a shit.
you approach the front door of the club. The bouncer just looks at you and is like, I recognize you. Pulls out the red band. It's the Cape. Gives you away.
I mean, listen, you gotta make an entrance, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah, you know the routine. You've been here a couple times. Yeah, a couple people are like, how come she gets in first? I mean, we've been standing in line.
She gives him like she like holds her hand up for a fist bump. Yeah. Yep, she goes in.
It's rocking. Tonight is some DMX music going on and stuff. So, but you know where to go.
Yes. I had to Orange's office.
Yeah. You go up to several floors, and when you get out, a attendant comes up. It's like, oh, O'Donovan's in a meeting at the moment, but he'll be free in a bit. Would you like to sit in the yeah, let's go sit in the. I'll take you to where people sit to wait for him.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
Did you just say that would be gay?
Great.
Oh.
I mean, it would be because it's me, but like.
hearing golf clubs. Yeah, I need to get my hearing checked tonight.
Yeah.
So, yes, tonight's session is a little goofy, people.
Yeah, clearly.
So leads you into a room, and when you go to sit in there, you see another gentleman sitting there. He's got um shoulder length like black hair, but like looks like he took some gel and ran his hands through it, so it's kind of like messy, clean
Mhm.
shaven, wearing a jeans, leather jacket. He's got a just a generic like band T-shirt. Um, very common. You're thinking this might be a common kind of look for certain segments of kindred kind because it's just one of those fashion things. It's almost like a lot of
Mhm.
people stuck in the '90s. Um,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he just looks up. It's like, oh, hello. Good to meet you,
Kozaline. Very nice to meet you.
Kozaline. Ah, nice. Um, my name is Arthur. You can call me Art.
Ah, I like it. Very, very fun.
Yes. So you're here to see O'Donovan also?
Yes, he owes me a favor.
Ah, nice. Just stares at you a bit. He's like, so, K Knight? Oh, sorry.
Uh,
Kindred?
oh, yes.
Ah. Well, you seem awfully pale for a living person, and I don't detect any breath or heartbeat, so I was just making sure.
Are you?
Yes, I also am one of uh kindred. Yes. Yeah, I'm actually here talking to O'Donovan because I was hoping to set up shop in the city, and wanted to make sure I made sure that the prince and the barons and all the people who are in positions of power and stuff know that there's a newcomer and that I don't want to step on any toes. He also had a colleague who was going to help me buy a couple places.
Hmm. I see.
So I'm just waiting for him to finalize some paperwork, and once he comes out, I will know that's good to go. And yeah. So how long have you been in the city?
A couple months, I think. I don't remember. Time, it's whatever.
Ah, nice. Liking it
No,
here?
I guess I've been here before, so I don't know.
So you don't know if you've been here before.
I don't know. Probably. Assumedly.
Okay. Interesting. But yeah, you've been liking the city. It's a good place to set up.
It's a place. Just don't listen to the local music. It's not really good.
Mm, I will take that into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, as he says, there's a door opens up, and you see O'Donovan and John William Thomas stand there, and John comes up. It's like, all right, the house and everything's yours, and everything's good, and they're like, cool. And so Arthur gets up. It's like, maybe we'll see each other again, Kozaline. Because I'll be new to the city, and obviously we'll be looking for others of our kind to just befriend to an extent, so that I know what's going on.
Oh, I would love to. Anytime you need any help.
All right, I will make sure to stop by wherever you are. I'm sure I'll find you. You,
Yeah.
if this is your normal outfit, I'm sure the other kindred would know you.
You can
So,
say that.
yeah, he walks out. As he does, John's just like, "Hey, you're Kozaline. You're Elizabeth's friend. Have you thought about buying a house, apartment, condo?
You don't
I
have
got
enough money for that. Are you kidding me?
ah." Well, I don't really deal with Section 8 housing, but I do know some people I can help you get the application through if you need it. Just let me know. Elizabeth knows how to contact me. See you later.
Alright. Just kind of looks at him and was like, okay, interesting.
And finally, Donovan's like, Kozaline, boy, what can I help you with? Come to my office. Come, come. No sense sitting out here with by yourselves. Let's go to someplace comfortable. And he goes and sits in that big comfy chair of his. It's like, so how can I help you?
I'm looking for a way to make sure that if anything happens, my friends don't get taken care of, but are taken care of. And I need your help in that matter.
Well, I think I know some people who are into insurance.
That's
Odd
not
request.
entirely what I meant. And yes, I also know people that know insurance. This place is also very, like, everybody I've met so far is really obsessed with money, and I don't understand.
When you're old, you tend to want to make sure you're set for unlife. Because, you're going to be living a long time, so a lot of times you want to make sure you have something so you're just not living off the scrags of humanity and stuff. But then again, a lot of the people in the city just don't want to live in the streets and stuff. But yeah, but
That's
so
fair.
if you're not talking about insurance, what exactly are you talking about? Like taken care of? Like, do you need like a hide hole? Do you need a safe house? Arsenal? Some gangs to help you out? Like, what exactly are you trying to I mean, it's
I
very
want,
vague.
I want some, uh, I want to make some new connections with some people for, some friends of mine. And it's important to me that this stays between the two of us, what I am talking about.
Once I
Which you
figure out what you're talking about, I will know. What do you mean by connections? Like, you're trying to make allies, friends?
Yes.
Do you need
Let's
ghouls, retainers, little less up and up kind of thing? Because that's illegal in this country.
No, I have people that I want to be of help to you. Or at least I want to be able to help you out in places that you need. I have certain skills that are possibly helpful, and I also was wondering if you can help me make some new new identities.
Oh yeah, I can help you with that. That's pretty easy. I can make you be whatever you want to be within reason. Sorry, I'm all out of Arab sheiks and like princes from Europe and stuff. So,
No, I have something in mind.
yeah, yeah. Just I can hit you up with stuff. Give me some ideas. If not, I do have some defaults in the back that I can arrange with. Um, but yeah, we just need to take some pictures, get some information. But yeah, I can help you with that. As for employment, well, as your friend Santiago knows, I pay well when I have jobs. So if I find a job, I can hit you and him up if, depending on your skills, pay you on the side. Good to go. Because you do
Excellent.
look like you need money.
I am dressed very finely, thank you very much.
You live in a burnt out theater that needs reconstruction.
Yes, and I like it that way. Otherwise, the
came
ghost
here-
would.
Came here on the bus too.
Uber.
I Ubered. I have money.
Money.
I like it that way. The ghost gets upset if I move things around.
If you need help with that, I know some people.
No, I like the company.
All right. But yeah, if I find any jobs pop up, I'll let you know. Give me some of the details, and I can get those IDs and stuff ready for you. Do you need us to eliminate your old self, or are you still good with your mortal existence since you are so young?
On did I? I can't remember
Let me know
which
once
ones
you
are
look
big.
at your
Yeah.
character sheet and see how many points you put in that.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it was like. I mean, she's not even from around here, so it really doesn't matter.
But but yeah, I can help you. By the way, if you want, you can go down to the next bottom, go down a floor or two and get a little snack if you need to. But otherwise, good job. And I did hear about what happened to you, and yeah, tough breaks there. Sorry I couldn't be of more help at the time, but you know,
It's
yeah, the city works. Um, but yeah,
it,
eventually you get the hang of things, because well, either you're gonna get the hang of it or you're gonna die.
either way, it'll be an interesting story, eh?
Yeah, life is interesting.
Sure.
I keep disappearing. Ha ha.
Oh, I can do that too.
Yeah. For some reason tonight, it just really likes to make me disappear on this. Like I barely moved and I'm already gone.
Gone
Yeah.
forever.
I think it's because you're wearing all black.
That's what I normally wear. Maybe if I adjust this slightly. There we go. Yeah. Had to adjust the camera a little. Okay, so as Kozaline does that, Mari, you said you were trying to get a hold of
Just
Denise.
kind of
Yes, I'm trying to get a
Hmm.
hold of Denise. Were you gonna say something, Alex?
No, I tried to do it, whatchamacallit, just fade into the background thing to see if it was just a Kevin problem, and it is.
Yeah, it's because it's black and I'm wearing black and this
Oh,
is
yeah.
black. So
Mhm.
all of it together just makes me disappear when I go too far back. That's a weird
Yeah.
way. Yeah. But yeah. So do you give her a call or do you drive out to Denny's?
Does she live there? Like, does she not have a home?
She has a home too. I mean, you could go there instead. See which way
I'm
she's at.
just worried. I'm worried about Denise, guys.
She needs that money.
She works all the time. I feel really bad. She needs.
She's a waitress at Denny's. Yeah, she's gonna be
Oh,
working a lot of hours to make money.
so sad.
That's the
Where would
economy
she
for you.
be?
He lives right above the Denny's.
Oh God.
Oh my god, that would be
What
awful.
a sad life Denise lives.
No,
Dying would be a gift.
she has an apartment. But yeah. So where's Mari go, or just text her first to see where she's at?
Yeah, I'll text her first and see where she's at.
She is actually at her apartment.
Oh. Okay. I'm looking at my note that says enjoy your grand sandwich right now.
I forgot that you said that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to her apartment. I'm gonna pick up some flowers first.
You go there, knock. She opens up. She's like, oh, "Hey, Mari, you haven't come to my apartment in a while. Come. I was just about to do laundry.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a little like the. My apartment's a nice one because it's actually got a washer and dryer, unlike some, so I don't have to go down to the like a basement like my old place.
Mm-hmm.
It's safer that way. There's some
Are-
weird people in the city.
What do you mean? Are you being threatened?
Not lately. It's Baltimore City. I mean, you know. Oh, there was a strange guy at the restaurant the other day, like a really old guy. Didn't really eat anything, just kept staring at me.
What did he look like?
Old German like guy, whitish hair, probably like 50s or 60s.
Does this look familiar to Does this sound familiar to me?
I mean, vaguely fits the description, but unless she draws it, it's just kind of like generic old white guy. But yeah, like yeah, just kept staring and taking notes of things. I think he was a writer.
I don't like that. I really don't.
Huh. Oh, don't worry, I'm pretty safe at the restaurant before we leave and everything. The managers and stuff, yeah, we all go out in groups, so it's safer, especially late at night on Saturdays.
That's good. I brought you flowers.
She's like, oh, I haven't got flowers in years. Oh, I have nothing. She walks over. She opens up some cabinets, pulls out like the plastic pitcher that you make Kool-Aid in, fills it up. I don't really have a vase or vase.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Like,
Are you okay? You seem a bit.
yeah.
Something happened? Oh, did Cesare break up with you?
No,
I know you
I'm
two were having
fine.
issues. Like, I was really looking forward to going to Paris and Italy with him. I mean, that'd be fun. He's a
I'm,
really nice
literally
guy.
gonna cry. I can't do this. I. My plans just went out the window. I.
Well, let's sit down on the couch. I'll make some food.
Okay. Uh, Is it possible, Kevin, I could force a premonition without her knowing?
Yeah, you can always say you got to use the bathroom. Just go.
Um,
I mean, if you don't want to
Yeah.
just do it in the middle of things. I mean,
it's been a long drive, Denise. I'm gonna head to the bathroom real quick.
it's right over there. I haven't cleaned it in a bit, but it's good.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. You don't have to clean up for me. Um, yeah, I'm gonna force a premonition. Remind me what that is.
It is something that allows you to see the future.
Shut the fuck up.
Uh,
Sorry.
Callie, you're getting so sassy lately. It's
I
really
love it.
it's
Try
resolve.
some dude. Oh my god.
Looks like it's rouse check and then resolve and aspects.
Okay. I'm like literally crying over here. Like resolve and aspects. Okay.
Right. And a rouse check to see if you get
Oh,
hungry.
and a rouse check. Rouse failed, so
How many hungry you got now?
3.
Ooh. Are you feeling that beast crawling up on you?
So I roll 4 dice and 3 of them are
Yeah.
Oh, well they're all successes. So I got a 7, a 7, a 9, and a 7. So
All right. So what kind of premonition are you trying to force?
I want to see if I'm stuck between trying to see this guy and just like generally going for if Denise is safe.
You start getting like your eyes roll back. You kind of like just start seeing through time, and you're seeing images. You see what appears to be some individuals entering coffins and just like sleeping. You see several people you recognize, like that you saw at the party and stuff, all like talking, and then you see people on the streets fighting and stuff in the future, and you just yeah. But everything you see shows that Denise is safe. You do not get any premonitions that she's dead or in danger in them.
Just everyone else is dead and in danger.
Is that what I take it, Kevin? That everyone else is dead and in danger?
Yeah, you're getting the idea that something big is about to go down, but when you try to force it on, like Denise doesn't seem to be part of it at all.
At all.
Yeah. Just knock on the door. You've been in there a few minutes. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I come out of the bathroom.
Make sure you light a match.
Yeah, I'll light a match.
Frenzy.
I don't know what to say. Denise, I know I've said this before, but I need you to tell me when stuff like the guy who was writing stuff down happens. Like, if anything suspicious at all, you need to tell me.
Like, I would say, but I'll try to make sure to tell you as soon as I can. I just didn't think it was too much of a danger because he, like I said, other than staring, but that's happened before when old guys are there when you're walking around. They seem to really like staring at women sometimes. It's really
Yeah.
creepy. But,
I understand. I understand completely. Um,
if you, I mean, if you think it's really too dangerous here, we could always contact Cesare and see if we can go on that vacation early and maybe move to. I mean, I don't want to say anything, but he's got some money, and if he wants us all to move to Italy, I can hablo Italiano.
She's been working on that Duolingo.
um, I will think about it. I have to I have to go.
I just got here. I was going to see if you wanted to watch a movie.
I just came to bring you flowers, and
Came all the way here just for flowers? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. No one's ever really done that. Oh, I have nothing to give you.
I don't need anything.
Oh, I just bought extra potatoes. Did you want a sack?
How many extra potatoes did you get?
I only really needed 3, and I ended up getting 5 because they're on sale.
I'll take the 2 potatoes. That's fine.
Goes, puts in a little baggie. The bag within the bag kind of thing. Just
Yeah.
I was going to make
Okay.
some sort of pot roast in a day or two.
Oh, well,
When I make it, I can come over to your place and give you some.
that would be really nice. I can't wait.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll see you later. I give her a hug. I give her a kiss on the forehead, and then I leave and I cry in my car, and I go home and I cry more.
So most of you at the Haven just see Mari come in a couple hours later crying.
Are you doing
Coated
Does
in
she
okay?
go-
blood.
Hang on, does she go to her home or does she go to the
Yeah.
Haven?
Oh yeah, I forgot she has her own place. So
Oh,
yeah, you go to your own
I
place.
I could go to the Haven. It's fine. I need to
Your
talk
choice.
to
I
them.
forgot. For some reason, I keep forgetting that you have your own place
Yeah.
here sometimes.
Yeah, our own beautiful haunted theater.
Mari's got a better place than that.
No,
She's got a
We
bookstore.
share a place.
I need to talk. Yeah, I need to talk to everybody. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the Haven.
Yeah, basically everyone but Cozy are there. Because she's probably still at O'Donovan's going through all
Yeah.
that.
Liz went home for a bit to return the stuff that she had from Simon and to appraise it, and then possibly would have come back to the Haven.
Yeah, wouldn't take that long to go return that. So
Yeah.
yeah, you do see Mari come. Blood.
So I'm gonna take it that means you talk to Denise.
I can't do anything. I don't want to break up with her. I like her too much. But is it selfish, Liz? Is it selfish that I'm doing this? That I keep stringing her along and it'll inevitably end up a bad situation just because I'm somewhat happy for the first time ever? Is that bad of me?
It doesn't have to end up bad.
But it will.
Not if you only if you're smart about it, things are a lot safer for her. I know it sounds cruel, but if you ghoul her, if you feed her some of your blood, that could make it so that Marco trusts that she's not going to betray us. Also, it will slow her aging, make her stronger, better able to defend herself.
I'd like to point out, as I come out from the juice box area, is what I'm going to call it now. Remember, she already does a lot of night shift stuff. It's not going to change her lifestyle enough for anybody to question it.
Ghouling doesn't make her a kindred. She's still immortal.
Even still, it's a good way to keep the steps going so that way eventually maybe she can turn. Once you're strong enough, Mari. As my friends would say, are you a bad enough dude to turn a friend into a vampire?
No. uh, I I was thinking I just view, I guess, Ghouling in a really bad light because I don't want to do that to her. And I told you guys about enjoy your grand sandwich, right? Did I tell
Yes.
you guys about that? Okay.
No one does that.
That's why I'm suggesting the ghouling. Can you not? I'm trying to have a conversation. Sorry, the dog is just like barking lightly.
Dandy is really like getting it tonight.
Mari, my entire family was ghouled. I understand the hesitation, but sometimes we have to do things that we don't like to keep the people we love safe.
But
And if this is what makes Marco back off, then it might be worth it.
But what if I do just cut ties? Would that do anything?
It might, but one, would she let you cut ties? Or would she come find you? And two, it doesn't mean that people are going to forget she exists. You're not going to stop caring about her just because you don't talk to her. If somebody wanted to hurt you, they're still going to go after her. Except at that case, you don't have any way to contact her if things hit the fan. And she might not go to you for help if she feels that she's in danger.
She was talking about moving to Italy with Cesare. The three of us, I guess. And
That's a bigger jump than I was expecting, but okay.
I have no idea what's going on. I just like I don't know what I don't know. I'm
Personally, I feel that it's better the devil that you know than the one that you don't. I don't know that Italy would be safer with you with the Hecate.
That's true. I just don't know what to say to her. And I have unfinished business here. I don't know, Cesare just came out of nowhere making all these promises. I'm going to bed. I'm not.
It's maybe a small morsel of truth might make things a little easier for her. She doesn't need to know you're a kindred, but maybe some aspect of what your family life is like, was like. That would be a little easier to swallow than I'm a monster of the night.
You don't know my family.
They're mortal monsters that people know exist rather than things that go bump in the night.
Okay.
You don't have to take my advice. I'm just throwing options out there.
No.
And it doesn't have to make a decision tonight.
Okay. I really appreciate it, and I'm gonna go cry.
Okay.
Hey, hold on. Mari,
Yeah.
I have a very important question for you.
Yeah.
opens up the door to the refrigerator. B positive or O negative?
I guess be positive.
Well, I hope you will be. Tosses one over. You're gonna end up dying if you keep crying like that. Seriously, take care of yourself, okay?
Okay. I'm going to go home now.
We can hear you, Aya.
It's for the drama. Cry
Mm.
for the drama.
I don't like it.
So I guess as someone else wants something, day sleep gets upon these.
Yeah, Liz would before she goes to bed, she's going to text her sister and ask if she can meet her tomorrow night. Actually, yeah, I'll ask if she can meet her tomorrow night, and then I'm gonna text Ebenezer and ask, or actually, I'll just call Ebenezer.
Ebenezer speaking.
Hey, I had a favor to ask. You think you could keep John Thomas occupied tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening? I wanted to see if I could stop by and see Sophie.
I can find something. What are you planning?
I just wanted to go talk to her, and I know that he wouldn't exactly be happy to see me on the. I really don't want to run into him with her there.
I mean, you always have her go somewhere else too. But yeah, I can keep him busy a couple hours.
Okay.
Yeah, just let me know and yeah, just talk some real estate with him.
Yeah.
There's this guy buying up a lot of real estate. It's pretty interesting. Gonna see if we can invest something too. He's got lots of
Okay.
money. Yeah. All right. Yeah. See ya.
Ciao.
Bye. Where's the off button? There it is.
He's such a boomer. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Sure.
she'll probably sleep in her apartment this evening.
So, sun go down, sun go up, and roster. Sun come up, sun go down. Reverse of what most games are like. Rouse checks.
I am not hungrier.
Hey, Kevin, is it okay if I grabbed a snack at O'Donovan's?
Yeah, you could have grabbed some before you left. He did offer some things.
Okay, cool.
I rolled a 1. That's just the same as a regular number, right?
Yep, it just means you're a little hungrier. Got the hungy. So anyone roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or hungies?
I'm good. I'm still at 2 hunger.
Anybody at
I'm
5 yet?
good.
I'm
Did the-
hungry.
Did the juice pack? Did the Capri Sun that that Adrian threw me? Did it do anything?
Blood bags can take away 1 hunger slate.
Okay.
As long as you're not blood potency above 2. I don't think anyone is above 2, so all of you are either 1 and or actually at 2.
Still have 2 hunger.
So next morning you're waking up with blood in your cup.
Didn't know it was our time of the month.
Bro. At least
Oh
you
my
did
God.
advertise
Where
the
did
money
that come
first.
from?
Oh my God, we're
Sorry.
talking about female stuff. Oh, it's the worst. We are
Everybody
demon-
made a face. I'm so sorry.
We are demonetized now.
I thought it was
No,
hilarious.
we'll be banned. from
I'm so
having-
sorry.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Honestly.
Oh, and we can talk about other things like dick and cum all we want. That's no problem on Twitter or anything. But man,
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Talk about blood all the time.
yeah, as long as it doesn't come out one orifice, we're good.
Mhm. Anyway.
Edit that part out.
It couldn't get edited out.
Yeah, we donate it. Um, next day, oh, waking a little bit hungers. Any plans for anybody?
What time did Ebenezer say he would keep John busy so that I could go visit?
What time did you ask for?
Probably like in the middle of the evening. So it wouldn't be too soon after he woke up or right before he's heading home.
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Could I possibly talk to Mr. John at that time? Or do I have to wait until we get all that sorted?
Yeah, you can schedule a time to talk to him. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So,
you know what I mean, though, right? Yes.
you want to talk to him?
Yes.
I mean, who wants to go first? Katrina, we'll go with you since you're giving me the weird
Okay.
look. All right. So you go.
I
you
asked
show
her
up.
to meet me at like the end of the yard, like behind the tree line at that tree house that we hung out as kids.
Yeah. So you show up. She's standing there, like just waiting, like.
Hey.
Ah! Oh, hi.
You scared me, dude.
It's like, oh, Elizabeth, it's been a while.
Hey, hon. I'll go over and hug her. I am going to say I activated Breath of Life before I came here.
She's like, oh, you look a bit pale.
I would have
enough-
done it before I got here.
Even with Breath of Life, you're still a little pale comparatively.
Oh, okay.
She's like, you been getting enough juice?
Yeah, I mean, it's just those late nights working for the museum.
How old is she again? I can't remember.
She is 15.
Okay.
She has like shoulder length hair the same color as mine, and usually is wearing like jeans and a t-shirt, and has a half heart necklace that she got for both of us like years ago. But Liz
Right.
doesn't wear hers.
She's like, yeah. Oh, I just recently got my learners and everything. Gonna be driving soon.
Oh, nice,
Yeah. John
Which-
said that he's gonna have someone teach me.
nice. What vehicle are you driving?
Oh, I was gonna go out and get John said he would buy me whatever I want from the thing once I get my license. But currently I'm driving the insert car that is fancy here. I'm not big on cars. The Mustang, I guess.
Sure.
That's one hell of a starter car.
But yeah. So
I just-
yeah, it's been a while. Did you want to come up to the house?
Yeah, sure.
All right. You walk. It's a pretty nice house. You see several guards just kind of standing around and stuff. She's like, don't mind them. John says you need extra protection and stuff, but he's they're pretty good. They're really nice guards.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye on and make sure that I make note of the face of each one of them that I see.
Yeah. Goes in. She's like, yeah, the house hasn't changed too much. John's studying room and stuff's over there. My stuff's over here. It's nice. Oh, he did install a new theater.
Nice, fancy.
Yeah, I got a new digital style projection and stuff. And
Nice.
surround sound. Yeah.
Finally got to it through the film and strip projector.
Yeah. So, yeah, so what's been up with you? It's been a while. Tell me your story. Popcorn?
Not, huh?
Popcorn?
I'm good. Things have just been hectic. Been doing a lot more stuff with the museum. Actually, working on with like a private art collector at the moment. Just a lot of late nights and just a lot of stress. I just wanted to check in on you and see how you're doing.
Yeah, doing good. Grades are pretty good in school. Uh, went on a date a couple weeks ago.
Oh, tell me everything.
Um, I mean, we're 15, so it wasn't exactly impressive. John was there to make sure things were paid for and stuff, and kept an eye. It was he insisted on us doing the late night movies and stuff, which is weird. He's really a night out too.
Yeah.
Also having bodyguards around you often is very intimidating to most boys trying to come up to you.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Yeah, they just like look over and yeah. I think that's part of the plan though. I don't think John wants me to date anyone.
Yeah, he's a bit of a stick in the mud.
Yeah, but it was okay. We saw a movie and then went out to eat. Yeah, John didn't actually go to the restaurant with us. It was like very late. The staff didn't really, at first, weren't really too fond of us coming in like after hours near the end. But then John flashed cash, and they were like, "Thank you."
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds right.
yeah. Him and a couple of the guards just stood out and stared through the window at us. It was very awkward.
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah, the boy tried to come in for a kiss, and then looked up and decided better of it. Apparently, yeah, he ended up like kissing my eyeball.
Can't imagine why he would think better of that.
Yeah. But how you been doing? You find a man yet?
No. No, I've uh been
You're getting
hanging
any
out with
younger.
I am not that old. 23 is a very respectable age to not be married.
Ooh, so
Also,
old.
you're 15, so bite me.
I'm just saying you're getting old. I mean, you're gonna be
Oh,
30
God.
soon.
Shut up.
Child.
Stop! You're giving me anxiety. I had this exact conversation with my sibling. Don't even.
This is
Sometimes
also
Kevin.
a really weird conversation for me because Kat was married before the age of 23, so
Kevin keeps it too real sometimes. So yeah.
yeah, I had a friend recently that kind of got
Oh.
into some legal problems doing something stupid. And
Oh, did you contact a lawyer? A family lawyer?
yeah, we kind of had it fast tracked, and she had a pretty solid alibi, and their evidence was garbage. But
Oh, that's good.
John
Your
actually
friend's okay.
helped some. Yeah,
Yeah, he's very helpful.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it just
Oh,
made
he, he
me
he said for my 16th birthday that he will allow me to fly to Tokyo. I've always wanted to visit.
nice.
Yeah, I've been on Duolingo for 1,000 some days.
Oh, good. Congrats.
This episode, I guess, is sponsored by Duolingo.
Fucking wish.
Duolingo
Not
is hunting
sponsored,
me
should
down.
be sponsored.
Yeah.
Duolingo is the vampire of apps, and I'm 100% sure it is scarier than any of us.
You
Absolutely.
have to invite it in, otherwise it just shows up.
It's true.
But yeah, so
Duolingo owl will just stare at you through the window menacingly.
I know you haven't been doing your Spanish lessons.
You'll lose your streak if you don't do it.
but yeah, so he said he'd fly me there, or actually just a tour of the world if I wanted to and stuff. It'd be really nice.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah, maybe we can fix up everything going wrong with you, and by then, and you can come with us.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check in, see how you're doing.
Yeah, doing all right. Like I can't complain. Yeah, rich, wealthy, have most of the stuff that I need, except parents.
Yeah, not everything is
Yeah.
wealth.
Yeah, maybe I could become like Batman. I mean, I did lose my parents, and I'm incredibly wealthy.
I would recommend not. I feel like he doesn't exactly have the most sane grasp of how things are supposed to go. A better choice would probably be something, I don't know, something that helps people.
Nightwing.
Not what I was going for, but sure.
He has a great ass.
Not what I was aiming for, but okay.
We should all strive to have an ass like that.
But yeah, so that's good. Did we want to go anywhere? We got the cars. We got yours. Go on the town for a couple hours. John's not supposed to be back for several hours.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can do that.
yeah, old man Ebenezer called up. We just have to take one of the guards with us. Don't worry, one of them is very nice. Bruno, and you just see a guard walk up. It's like, I see nothing, I hear nothing. If it's not endangering anyone, I don't interfere. I
Got
would just sit in the back seat and do nothing. You wouldn't even know I'm there.
fantastic.
I'm really good, very professional.
I'll take her in my car. I probably parked like a bit of ways outside the property.
Yeah. So you just have him in the back seat, like in between the two seats, just stares off.
Fucking weirdo.
Must protect.
And I'll take her to like a movie or something.
I say go to
Maybe
that.
get
And-
something to eat.
So as you're enjoying that, we'll cut to Kozaline, who is meeting Jilon at his office. There's a downtown office where he when you schedule meetings, the secretary told you to meet him there. So you
Yeah.
little waiting room and
She. Yeah, she's going in. She's gonna go there as Candy.
open the door and John's is like, "Hey, Candy.
Yes, that's my name.
I don't judge.
It's what my mother gave me, and that's how I live. It's very nice to meet you.
He just leans back. He's like, "Yo, Ebenezer, and they start speaking in like you're not quite sure what language it is, and it's like, like, yeah. So you were interested in a house of some sort?
Yes, I would like to. I would love to learn from somebody like you. I've heard so much from so many great people. I would love to just learn all about the real estate.
Right. So I was thinking. Okay, so when you asked to speak with me, I figured you were wanting to actually purchase a property and everything right now. But if you're interested in a job, you can talk to the secretary and again see if there's an internship. Are you in school or are you actually trying to seek actual money?
No, I am seeking mentorship.
All right, so yeah, we can talk to the secretary, try to get you the paperwork filled because you need to fill out the, you know, W-4s and the I-9s to get your IDs and everything going, so we know what to tax you and everything. Also, you'll be needing a real estate license. The local community colleges do offer that, so if you're interested, we can help you get into those programs. Obviously, you're going to start small with the company and everything because everyone starts a little bit low and then you build up. Don't be expecting to make a ton of money your first couple years while doing this, but eventually you will be drawing money. Our top sellers make about 2 or 3 mil a year selling houses, depending on your location and zones. Um, so it is very lucrative business if you can manage to do it. We also have positions with other parts of real estate other than just plain selling houses. Um,
I am looking forward to learning everything you have to offer, sir.
all right. Okay, I'm just gonna put it straight out. As much as I like sycophants and ass kissers, you don't have to. There's really bad thing when I'm in position of power above everyone else and you're a lower level employee, especially females. Nowadays, that can look really bad if you're continuously sucking up to me. I don't want any Me Too stuff coming on me this time. Again.
Oh,
Um,
no. I'm just very interested in getting acquainted with this area. I am new in town, and I really just want to be able to work for my future.
All right, I got you there. But yeah, so
It's a
let's get
long, life. Got to make the most of it.
right. So yeah, so cool. Like I said, we can try to get you in. Just go. The secretary Jeanette. Just ask her. She'll give you the papers you need to start filling it out, and we'll get in contact with you in about a week or two once we go through the background checks and everything to make sure that you are not just some like rando from another real estate company trying to learn our secrets. But remember, sales is a very, very tough field. And one thing, just remember the first this is a 100% commission gig, so there is no hourly pay or anything. So if you don't sell, you don't get paid. You got to sell to make that money.
I understand, sir.
Yeah. All right. Good meeting with you, Candy. And yeah, we'll talk once all the paperwork's done.
She she smiles at him very widely.
Let's go out. Secretary's like, I overheard. Here's the hiring paperwork. It's several pages. If you need help with it, just let us know.
Oh,
Normally, business hours are the best time, but you can also send emails if you are a night owl, because we do occasionally need people to show houses at night for people who work, during the day and all everything. That's good,
yes,
but just
that
go
would be
out.
preferable.
Yeah, we'll just need the following forms and everything, and they just start handing you the new hiring paperwork, do background checks and everything. Once it's all filled out, just send it back to us. You can fax it too. Here's our fax number, and we'll get back with you if we are got a position that you can fit.
Thank you so much. I love your shoes. They're beautiful.
Thanks. They got pockets.
Are they like those like 90s sneakers with the zipper on them? I love it. Thank you, darling.
Okay. And the other room, Ebenezer and John are just like, was that a stripper? Can't need a stripper name.
So rude. She's a very respectable young lady.
Weird.
Very
uh,
respectable.
so, anybody else have a scene? If not, I can jump to Mari.
Not an important one.
All right. Alex, you good?
You're muted, bud.
He's muted.
Didn't need to be off mute to hear
Yeah.
that one.
right.
Yeah, after Mari's thing, Liz was just gonna take Sophie maybe to her apartment to see some of the stuff she's been working on restoring lately.
All right. See that? Mari, you awaken from your slumber and everything. You just kind of go about the, your normal nightly routine when you receive a text message from Erica saying that it is important that you show up at the Chantry House. I was about to say you're muted, but you weren't.
I said okay. Like really. Yeah, okay. Can I ask why?
She's like, it's very important. Stuff is happening that's going to affect things, but I cannot say it over electronic media.
Okay, then I
So either send a pigeon or come in person.
well, I send Gertrude my pigeon. No, I go in person to to Erica. I know where her house is.
Well, she said the Chantry House, not her house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I go there then.
Yeah, the fancy house. You go, door opens, you see the gargoyle. Do you remember the gargoyle's name? Anybody remember?
Can you give me a
It was
hint?
Gregory.
Gregory.
Yeah, I thought it was like Greg or something.
That is a heck of a hint, Katrina. Huh?
Hey, I started talking before she asked for a hint. I'm sorry.
So I just see Gregory's like, Mistress Marie, please follow me.
I'm writing down Gregory. Okay, I will follow Gregory.
You go and you get to, he takes you to a room where you see Erica and Frederick and what is this other, hold on, I gotta remember this other person's name, and Robin. The three of the other members of the Chantry House that you remember seeing but are yeah, so other members of the Tremere Chantry. Um and you see that and Erica's like, Mari, there is okay, what you're about to hear and everything, don't tell anyone yet. This is very important.
Hang on a second. Let me write that down, not to tell anyone this time.
You write it on your hand. Do not tell anyone.
Tell anyone this time. Okay, all right. So I wrote. I'm scared. Okay.
Like so there's come follow us. And they go
Okay.
and they lead you deeper down, everyone. And you come into a chamber with 3 sarcophagi. And Erica's about to say something, but then Frederick cuts her off. You know Frederick as the other member of House Tremere itself. You haven't really contacted this person or really talked to them or anything, but you saw them at the initiation. He's like, all right, Erica, I am the oldest and most experienced of us, so I'm in charge, right? Unless one of you wants to challenge it. All right, so we have a bit of a small issue in a way. We, you know how we were really happy that we finally had 7 full members of the Chantry? We had a full coven, all that stuff. We're no longer 7. Our 3 esteemed elders here, in order to either essentially the beckoning has become too hard for them and they have entered torpor in order to thin their blood so that they don't get forced to the Middle East.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Mari, you understand how important this is or how bad this can be, correct? You're learning new. Let's see if you know. Erica, don't let her. I know you're the sire. Don't tell her. Let's see if she can figure it out. She is Tremere.
I don't know anything, Kevin. Why?
I was like, and I explain it to you. These noobs. This is why we always insisted that it's
Could
only
she,
very
like,
high.
Roll
High
a thing,
educated people.
maybe?
Can I roll to see?
Yeah, what the hell?
Do you have? Let's see. What would it be?
I have a cult.
Politics, intelligence, and politics.
I have intelligence.
Rip.
Rip-a-dip. Okay. Come on, dice, please. Oh shit! I got 2 10s. And one failure. I rolled 3 dice, got 2 10s.
All
So
right,
4
4
successes.
successes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, as you stand there and you kind of like on that spot where people are when the teacher's like, "What's the answer?" And you're like, It occurs to you. The 3 people in there are Sabnock, Glorfindel, and not Glorfindel, but you know those 2. But Marcos has just entered Torpor. Marco,
The prince.
the prince of the city, just entered Torpor, which means that the prince is no longer
The
there there
prince.
there is no active prince in the city, and
Holy shit.
and nobody knows quite now. And you also know that the peace between the Anarchs and the Camarilla was very tenuous to begin with, and it was based on a bunch of deals and stuff. So the major head of the Camarilla is sleeping now, and no one knows except those in this room.
Oh, fuck. um, oh, so, oh, what's the plan?
All right, so we were thinking, as they're talking, uh, oh, I just said his name and now Frederick's like, so the plan is, unless someone else of one of the houses comes in, I will be acting regent, which
Okay.
means I am in charge of the coven. We will go and try to find some more people, uh, to try to bring in maybe someone from another city who's needs more expansion so that we can rebuild the coven so that we're a full seven, which is a sacred number. Because right now there are four of us, and that is not a sacred number. So we either have to
No.
kill someone, and him and Erica both look at the other person that's standing there, or we have to um, get three more members and stuff because we have no idea how long these three are going to be in Torpor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. So, but how are you gonna play it off that are you going to pretend that the prince isn't in doing this because it'll like break the tensions, or what's happening with that? Like you said you're acting regent, but
Yeah, that's for the clan, not
yeah.
position. Well, um, we were going to try to play it off for a couple days until we can try to figure out what to do because this situation kind of came on us. Marcos just was like barely told us what was going on before he entered Torpor, and honestly, it was very inconsiderate of him.
Yeah, I've met the guy. I understand.
Yeah. Because right now, once this is found out, then the Camarilla is going to have to do some, I think it's called like praxis or stuff, where basically whoever has the most power can kind of take over. Um,
And who is that?
Not sure because there's physical power, there's mystical might, there's also political things. Like there's a guy in Chicago, Kevin Jackson. He's young. He's only been a vampire for like 40, 50 years or so, but he owns like every gang in the city and then a ton of the criminal elements. So he's the prince just because he has so much temporal power. He could basically take out his opponents while they were sleeping in the morning.
Mm.
Here, I'm not sure. I know there's Ebenezer. There's that John Wanker. There is the Chamberlain. Whatever is that? The crazy guy. Yeah, so someone like that might be able to take over, but it's gonna be kind of bad. So we, as House Tremere, are going to do what we do all the time. We're going to lay low and let everyone else deal with it, and then come back up and basically like, hey, yeah, we've been helping behind the scenes. House Tremere, don't hate us anymore. That kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what we're planning. But please don't tell anyone yet, because if this information spread too soon, it might set off a firestorm that we are not ready for. Because we are trying to lock down and make sure all of our wards and everything are up to protect the clan. Clan first, Camarilla second, or Anarchs if you're an Anarcher, or Sex second, whatever one it is. We don't care. Clan first. I mean, right?
Right. Um, I this I don't know if this is a good time. But I did force a premonition at one point, and I saw a lot of fighting. Um, don't know if that's apparent, if that applies here, but I thought I should let you know.
Yeah, the premonitions have been pretty harsh lately, so yeah, lay low. If there's anyone you love and respect and stuff, keep an eye on them and keep it going down.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, try not to tell anyone, and it should be safe in the Chantry. Now I know you're with your group of friends, your coterie and stuff. I would try not to tell them, especially some of them seem a bit off, if you know what I mean, like really weird and unusual.
I will not tell anyone. I have it written down this time.
Who
Good.
are you talking about? I'm totally normal.
Yeah, that weird.
Mari doesn't have us on speaker, right?
Guys, did you get all that?
No.
but one thing I can say is, at least with our premonitions, is there's fire is going to go, but we want to just make sure that we survive it, like we've done a long time. We fought the rest of House Hermes to survive that. We survived the war with Zemeski, the war with the Gangrel, the war with the remaining Salot, the war with the hold on. Let me list the people we haven't had a war with in the past. Yes. So we survived those. We're one of the most hated clans. We know it. I mean, yeah, it's our history. I mean, when you basically gain the gift by stealing it, people get very up in arms.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Otherwise, from that, how's your night been?
Oh, it's been interesting. It's good. I need to feed. But besides that, yeah.
That's good.
But so remind me, who's in the 3 boxes? It's the prince and
Sabnok and
Subnock. Actually, the real one.
Yeah, you want to go look at him?
Can I please go look at the real Subnock, please?
You go and open it up, and you see a individual that best way to describe them is a rotting leprosy corpse just laying there with like a horrible stench and everything. Luckily, you don't have to breathe. They're like, yeah, there's a reason they call him the Foul.
Yeah.
He's actually him and the other one have been in torpor after that first night. Yeah, they've been feeling it. They've been able to resist it a lot because they've delaborized in the past, and apparently that helps ease it. But yeah, really wicked.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Terry.
So I will not tell anyone. Is there anything in particular besides keeping low and not telling anyone that you would like me to do? Or
No, just keep it close to your chest, and yeah, just know that if the opportunity comes, we got to make sure the clan prospers, and if we can gain back power during this, the better it is.
Okay.
And with that, we're going to take a very quick break because I had to use the restroom.
Okay.
Okay, we'll be back in a moment.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Hello, welcome back from the break. Okay, so the we just uncovered some interesting things there. What was the who wanted to go next, or was there any questions?
I mean,
I
there.
put Santiago to be the prince.
None of us were here to learn about it, so.
Hey, we don't know anything. We're just hanging out.
Gallifritis the Sage was the other person in the
Oh.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So not Glorfindel from Lord of the Rings.
No, it's very similar, but yeah, it's not Glorfindel. Sorry.
In question, those are the two Sabat, correct?
House score tracks, yeah. So, that was Mari. What does Mari do once you find out that stuff?
Can I talk to Erica?
Yeah, she's standing there. She's like, concerned. So, what's up, Mari?
Hi. What? Look, I've met. He mentioned the John Thomas guy. I possibly being the next prince. What are the possibilities of that? Because I do not like him, and I don't think that it's a good idea.
Well, Yes, so from what I'm gathering, just I don't know the full situation as well as some of the people, but typically it's those who have strong networks and stuff. Um, John has strengths in that a lot of people's properties he helped buy and owns a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on the other hand, Ebenezer, a lot of our money's invested with. But another big thing, which I think might play in favors, is um, Margaret. Virtually every Toreador in the city is descendant of her in some way.
Mm.
I say virtually because I think there's might be one. Your friend might not be. But I don't know for certain. But so she, a lot of the Camarilla are of her descent, so she might just have a lot of political backing there, which is good.
Mm.
Uh, so those are people I'm thinking might have things, have a very strong case. Now the sheriff, she is older and has power, but she has no real connection. She just kind of does her thing. So yeah, and I don't think anyone trusts Fred, so or Simon or any of them. They're just not really power players. And Pavel, yep, no, he's not even close to the running.
Oh.
So I'm thinking Ebenezer, Marquette, or John of the current members. Though we did recently, at least late the other day, got information that a couple more vampires are moving into the city for Camarilla, and we don't know what they have to bring to the table either. So
But Erica, is it possible? Like I've heard of a thing where you can like, I mean, what's his face did it? I can't remember his name. The bad guy that we talked about for 50 sessions. I forgot his name. He changed his face. Like, would
it's
it
a
be
rare
possible?
discipline.
So it's not fully possible for one of you to just continue to pretend to be the prince for a little while.
Um, we can try to pull it off. The problem is, come, talking in this other room. She's just looking around. She's like, all right. The issue is essentially I'm not. My political acumen is not good enough to hold a city together, and Frederick here is. I honestly don't trust him with power. Same with Robin. They are. I'm not sure how well they'd handle it. That's one of the issues we have. But there is a spell that can create a glamour around us. I think you saw Marcos use it when he disguised
He did.
himself as Shebnock.
Yep,
Yeah.
I did. Uh, thanks for telling me about that, by the way. Um, I so it's the four of us, and there's no real way to keep pretending, but we have to keep it quiet, or else things will go crazy. And I'm not allowed to tell anybody, even though my friend is connected to two of the possible players and who is going to be the next prince. And one of them might not be too, she might not be too happy about. So I, okay, I'm
She
fine,
put your
Erica.
she put your hands on his shoulder. Calm down. Um, One, when you get back to to your store, see if you can get someone to drink some Camarilla tea and drink their blood, so it has a calming effect. Um, but we just need to keep it quiet a few days, and then things are going to start going to hell one way or another, probably. We just want to make sure that we, as a clan and this chantry, have put up our protections, got our ducks in a row, so they say, so that we are safe for when stuff starts falling down.
And when stuff starts falling down, what happens? Do I abandon ship and jump over here, or do I just stick with my coterie? What are you expecting me to do?
Keep your head down unless you want to play the game. If you're not going to play the game of princes and thrones and games of thrones, if you're not going to play that kind of stuff, just keep your head down, keep yourself bunkered and safe till it all goes to the end, and we'll see what materializes. If, on the other hand, you want to be a mover and shaker and determine the fate of the city, then figure out who you're backing and get them the power they need to basically declare themselves Prince of the Camarilla. Or, I mean, if you want the Camarilla to fall, you have that option too. Because what matters for us is clan first.
Okay.
No.
Plan
On the
first.
yeah, on the positive side, Mari, at the moment without Marcos around, there's only a handful of other people who know about Denise, and none of us really give a shit right at the moment.
Awesome. That really clears a lot of shit up. Thank you.
I know you have feelings for her and stuff. I've seen you two interact a lot. She comes to your store often a lot, and you go to the Denny's a lot too.
Look, I like Denny's.
I used to like them too when I could eat food. They used to have this really nice nacho dish.
Hmm.
This show should be sponsored by Denny's. It really
Denny's.
should.
Have you
Denny's.
seen the fact that they use shitty puppets that look like they're food to do web videos?
Yeah.
If they will sponsor that kind of thing, they'll throw a little money.
I have heard nothing of this, and I feel like I've been
If
robbed
they
of
send me
something.
food right now, I'll eat it.
Okay, but their nachos are
Denny's,
actually
send us
amazing.
food.
Denny's.
That goes to anybody. Anybody wants to send me food, I'll eat it.
So,
I'll send you cookies.
what does Mari do now? Just kind of.
I'm gonna head back, and I'm not
There's
going to
cookies
say
right here.
anything because I'm looking right at my thing that says "Don't tell anyone this time."
I have a post-it note that says "Don't say shit."
I can't wait until you inevitably do.
I know. I'm gonna stare right at the thing that says "Don't tell anyone this time" next week and be like, "You guys heard about that shit about the prince?"
That's
I'm sorry, what?
crazy, right?
Like, it says "Don't tell anyone," but it doesn't say "Don't tell anybody about what."
It's just me not gonna remember about what I wrote the note for.
It's fine. I'll rewatch the episode. I'll probably mention it in the recap.
Okay, thank you.
So, anybody else have anything they want to do?
I mean, I wanted to do the other mask, but I'll wait on that.
Okay. Bob, was that a hand?
Yeah, I was hoping that Adrian could have an opportunity to. I don't know how quickly the painting's going to make its way to the Haven, but I also wanted to see if I couldn't bump into Marguerite.
Marguerite? Yeah, you know where her place is, her gallery.
Yeah, I don't
So-
want to necessarily have to like hover over her, but I want to stop by her gallery.
You stop by, you go in. It's open throughout the night for night owls and stuff, and you see people just standing around like, this is a beautiful piece of art. It represents the clash of man and woman. And someone's like, that's a fire extinguisher, dude. Stuff like
Yeah.
that. I
Fun.
I'm not a big fan of like most modern stuff. Just people know that.
Listen, come to the Mass Museum of Contemporary Art. Just look at the wolf heads dangling over a pinball machine. Sorry, not pinball, gumball machine filled with used tampons, and call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly there's a shelf life on that exhibit.
There's a lot of good stuff there. Anyway,
I
yeah,
don't know
so I'm
art,
gonna go
but
to
I
this
know what I don't
contemporary
like.
art museum.
It has art of all kinds.
Sure.
Margaret isn't really picky. She has it's like a wing for the one kind, another wing.
Oh,
You okay? Aya?
yeah.
Did you look up that art piece?
No, I've seen worse. I was a art student in college. I've seen worse.
Ah,
So Adrian, you're walking and you see Margaret just standing there. She's talking to a client.
Is it Margaret or Marguerite? I want to make sure that I'm saying it correctly before we continue.
Let me find out.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Kevin probably doesn't know.
Marguerite.
I think it's Marguerite.
Yeah, Marguerite.
Yeah, well, I don't want to correct the guy that can kill me at a moment's notice.
Yeah, it's Marguerite. I sometimes mess up because French. Yeah. So she's standing there. She sees you and shoos the person away. It's like, Adrian. How may I help you?
Oh, I was just wanting to stop by and pay attention this time as opposed to running around like a chicken with its head cut off.
I am aware of the phrase.
Yes. Um, I was just hoping that maybe I could perhaps pick your brain more about the one that told me she was Carmilla, my sire.
Yes. What information that I may be able to help you with?
Literally anything. I've only had Pavel to tell me anything about generalities. I know nothing about us, about Clan Toreador.
Oh, we
Beyond the fact that
are.
you're the lead of our clan in this city. That's all I know.
Yes. Ours is one of the high clans in the old days. High clans were those who ruled and maintained power, was opposed to low clans like the Nosferatu who were led. Um,
Hmm.
Long history. It is said that our, if you believe those myths, that our antediluvian was one of the most beautiful beings ever.
Helena?
No, Helena is, um, I believe she was fourth or fifth generation.
Really?
Um, I
Okay.
think it's been a while. I've never really talked to Helena. You know, not all Toreadors know each other on a personal basis.
Certainly.
Yeah. Let's see. We are often princes of cities. Typically, if there's not a venture around that wants it, we take over because we are amazing.
Her.
Um, we are cursed often with the desire to create new life and new art and just to create, but this curse often prevents the actual creation. So we often will live vicariously through things. Live through others.
Vicariously. Not to correct you,
Yes, I can
miss.
speak. No, it's understandable. I have trouble speaking when my mouth is dry.
She just takes a dude and sucks his neck.
Our clan has been predominantly back in the Camarilla, though there are members in the Anarchs and the Sabbat, the anti-tribu, I believe they're called.
Hmm.
Really wicked, which I think your sire was leaning towards, but it's hard to say. She was a bit of a um, what's the word? An element of chaos within the Toreador.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, she often butted heads with the rest of us.
I, without speaking out of turn, I can understand it. To achieve certain levels of creation and art, you have to be unrestricted. I don't mean to say that we have to be 100% cruel, but if something gets in the way of you being able to complete a piece, I mean, I'm. Did you ever come across the collector's dilemma? Apparently not. The collector's dilemma states that if you have at least one third of something, you have this strong desire to complete the rest of it. And you will ache and pain yourself to try and get there. Most people who are nerds that like their comic books or their card collections or what have you, they often feel this. But even prior to that, artists and other folk, if they are connoisseurs of a specific artist or style, oh, yep, if they are connoisseurs of a specific artist or style, they must own a piece of that part of the world.
Yes, that's why on the art galleries I can own stuff. And there's others of us who have obsessions like that. Typically, though, with the mainstream Toreadors, though, we follow the masquerade. So whatever we collect, we always have to make sure that we are not violating and letting people know we're around.
Of
Um,
course.
yeah. Though there have been stuff of the Toreadors who collect people and bloodlines. I once knew a friend of a friend who was a Toreador, and believe Anatolia area, who collected an entire family. Every time one was born and reached adulthood, they would ghoul them, and they had 7, 8 generations of this family to do their bidding because they wanted to collect that family.
That's incredibly uh, both disturbing and fascinating. Uh,
Yes.
but I might say, Marguerite, that I have 2 points of business besides, and I appreciate all this information so far. One is, uh, I do have a painting coming in soon, and I was able to procure it from uh, a gentleman for a sum.
Mhm.
I will have to be very careful with my funds from this point forward, but
Art hurts.
Art Hurt's a great 5-digit deal.
Hmm.
But I make mention because if you have any interest in having it displayed in your gallery, I wanted to offer that to you.
Oh, most Toreadors in good standing, so long as you're not an enemy of the city or of the Cameroon and stuff. We actually have a wing dedicated to prioritizing Toreador art here.
Well, as a matter of fact, pulls out smartphone, flip, 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 flip. This is the piece I acquired.
Oh, that looks interesting, lovely. Seems familiar, but I'm not can't really place the snails.
So, supposedly, it had the blood of something to the effect of 20, 50, 100, some decent number of individuals, their blood drained and used for the various shades.
Ah, I think I know the Toreador that might have painted it. Not personally, but I'm aware of the one. There was a Toreador several centuries ago who went through a blood phase where everything had to be blood integrating and art and sculptures and other things. Some of it worked out better than others. The
Certainly.
sculptures were a bit awkward considering they put the people in them.
Different times.
Yeah. After a
But
while, they'll smell.
yeah, absolutely. Uh, what I would say though is, while I did procure it for my coterie, I wanted to at least offer it as something to place in your gallery for a period, if you were interested in it.
Oh yeah, temporary loaner. We deal with that. A lot of artists just want to show off things or show off part of their collection so that people can appreciate the arts and stuff. Here,
Well,
let me
as an
take you to the
addendum,
aisle, where everything is. Like right here, we have some of Stanley's earlier attempts at fashion. Notice all the capes. Um,
I know someone who would be incredibly interested in that.
yes, he started getting out of the capes when he realized that they were a hazard in rotating doors.
Fair. But you don't see many rotating doors nowadays, so who knows? Maybe there will be a resurgence.
Rotating doors or capes?
Yes,
Both can be dreadfully bad.
depends on the maker. I
Though,
digress.
when I first encountered a rotating door when they were first around, because I am old, they didn't have them when I was in youth. I spent several hours just going around in circles in one.
Of course. I mean, it is a small delight to go through one, but I also make note that supposedly might have some blood magic.
Oh yes, probably preservation and stuff. Very nice. I wish I was skilled at that. Thermaturgy is something I've never really touched. For a long time, the Tremere kept it on very tight control. Same with the, I believe they're called the Banu Hakim now, and the followers of Set. They maintain very tight control so that others can't use against them. But lately, the last 20 years or so, Clan Tremere has been more open after their pyramid and their leaders were all bombed to oblivion.
Mm. Well,
Yeah,
I'll have to inform my coterie member who is a part of Tremere on that.
yes, don't trust them.
To be fair, are we supposed to trust any of us?
Only ever trust the kindred who tells you not to trust kindred. If one comes up to you and says to trust them, don't trust them.
Trust me, I'll understand that. But the other point of business was now you know what I specialize in. I've shown you my pieces. I was curious. I wanted to run it by you first because you are my senior. I'm interested in flesh crafting.
I don't know that discipline.
Well, no, I understand, but if I were to try and pursue learning it, I have no ill intent. It's truly just for my art. I wanted to know whether or not it were to be a problem for you specifically.
It would be a potential warning sign. I would have to keep an eye on you because those who learn it tend to be very Sabbat oriented, mainly because the clan that mastered it are mainly in that clan sect.
Certainly,
Um, there is an individual in the city who, though they probably don't know it all, would know the most about flesh crafting.
I would
Uh,
be incredibly interested if you would possibly make an introduction for me.
yeah, I will give you their number.
Pulls
Um,
out phone, starts clicking.
yes, let's see. What was their name? Sorry, just looking at my
No, that's
long list
fine.
of peoples. Um, so just double
Yeah,
checking.
no, while you do that, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
vamp for our scene a bit. I make
yeah,
mention of it because I want to be held accountable in case I do go off the deep end, not knowing what vampire magic does for us. I don't know if I'm gonna maintain my sanity, and if I were to go a little, mm, I would want to be held in check.
mm,
This is genuinely just so I can save finances in building my art.
yeah.
Imagine being able to meld your face into the perfect ghoul, colloquially, and then just do a face cast. I would save so much in clay and other product. And to be able to see it on a living person, I could get a better sense of how the pores would line up and how everything would maneuver. It would help me a great deal with my pursuit in art.
As you're saying that, she pulls out things like, ah, I remember. Here it is. His name is Amar Singh. He is,
Sing.
uh, yes, he's a transient throughout the city and area. He's not very, um, he's neither really Anarch or Camarilla, which technically would make him Anarch, but he, for the most part, stays out of the affairs. He normally stays within a RV that he drives throughout the city. It is a nice one. You spend lots of money on it.
So closer to a party bus then.
No, it's just a fancy one. You know, one of those RVs that have like an extra little bed underneath, and then like a layer bed, and then a whole bathroom and stuff.
I've only ever had to go into trailers, dear. I used to be in LA, but we never really used RVs.
Yeah, it's a fancy one. Yeah.
All right, and just so I have the spelling right,
Hmm.
AmarSingh.
Yes,
Okay.
they wear a turban.
Okay. Swell.
Uh,
Yes. Well, those were the major pieces of business that I hoped to get here. And I know that you don't know where Carmilla is, but do you know if that was how she went by around here, or is that uh, her John name?
um, as far as I know, that was the only name she really went by.
Okay.
Yes, she came in, caused some issues, and then kind of left.
So she's not even a regular in this area.
She used to be more of a regular before the Camarilla War, and then the beckoning and all that stuff.
I I'm sorry, I have to be certain of something. Was she an older was she higher up in the bloodline?
Uh, no, it's just the beckoning. If she were essentially, as far as I could tell, I believe she was associated with the Sabbat often, and
Mhm.
most of them in mass went to the Kahana Wars. I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
sure if she was one of them, but considering around the same time she disappeared, would indicate that. On the other hand, if you were sired only 6 months ago, that would imply she's in the city somewhere, so she might have returned. Either way, she's probably laying low because she made
Is not
several
entirely
enemies.
welcome.
Yeah, she made some enemies last time she was here.
All right.
Yes.
I know very little about what I have at my disposal when it comes to knowing where or who my sire is. Is there anything that I can do, contact, or uh, is there like a spell? I don't think blood magic's a thing that I can do, but is there like some sort of, hey mom, can
Not
you pick me up thing that I can do?
um I have heard rumors of powerful disciplines that allow a sire to communicate with their childers, but not in reverse. I think the Methuselah known as Mithras used to use it all the time.
You don't
So
say.
yes, but it typically works from sire down, not reversed.
You
Um,
you don't know Cuthbert Beckett, do you?
Beckett. Ah, yes, Beckett. What a lovely gentleman. Great
That
hair.
son of a bitch.
Great hair. Um,
So
great not a scholar.
just last evening, I was lucky enough to go with my coterie to see some wares that he brought in. That includes the piece that I just showed you, as well as a few other things.
Ah,
So I
well
didn't
then,
know if you were uh, his patron or vice versa for
um,
pieces that he might share, but I do know that he had several dresses that were supposed to be of uh, worn by Helena.
yes, Helena. She's one of the most famous of our clan.
Yes, we were just discussing.
Yes. Um, that is nice. I will look into that. I am actually one of her descendants.
Supposedly, and I have to say it that way for the time being, Beckett is going to be putting up an auction for those pieces as well as several others, including a book that appears to be written about or by Mithras.
The auction sites that he normally frequents. He's probably waiting for one to get him a good deal. Some of them rip you off.
That was what he said. I think he
Yeah.
just wants to make sure he gets the most profit from it.
Yes. But yeah, I've met him before. I've sold and bought some things in the past. He's a very interesting, very snarky individual.
Yes. Elizabeth in my coterie, she is a very adept individual when it comes to doing appraisals. So if you should ever need someone who is able to help you with art appraisals and making sure you're getting your best deal, hold on. Sifts through phone, finds Elizabeth's contact info. Here, if you ever need somebody, you can take that
Ah,
info.
I know of her. We use her the museum and stuff she's at. She probably doesn't know it directly because I don't deal directly with her. We just send the stuff to her facilities. But it's good to know an actual contact person. Thank you.
Of course,
Cut
absolutely.
out the middleman sometimes. Because there's one person she works with who really is not that good. Like we send him
Really?
some things and he'll come back with the appraisal off. Or sometimes you try to restore things. And you remember that one painting a couple years ago someone tried
It's
to restore?
happened a few times now. I've seen like 3 or 4 since that first one.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know how he still works there. But anyway, yeah. So it'd be nice to have an actual person.
But I hope I didn't overstep my bounds by coming to your gallery and trying to gain audience with you, but
No, the door is open. Everyone is invited. It's public.
certainly.
Yeah.
Uh, Thank you, Marguerite. Again, a little flourish does like the offer for the hand if she wants me to do the thing.
Like, old fashioned. I thought only your friend Kozaline was that old fashioned.
I don't know about that one. Me, I just like to be a little over the top sometimes. It depends on my mood. But
So if
thank you.
she wants some fashion advice on how to accent to more of a true Elizabethan era or a true Victorian era and not like a modern interpretation, she can come by. I was alive in that era, so I understand the fashion a bit more. Her outfits are a little anachronistic.
I believe it's because she's going for that anachronistic vibe. She role plays Dungeons and Dragons and the like.
Oh,
She role
I
play.
mean, I'm sure that she does that as well. But I mean,
I
hey,
mean, yeah, that's her kink. So yeah, sure.
I I'm sure it's her kink, but I also know that it's
I
in
mean,
vogue
like
right now.
that's her like thing of like she likes to drink people that are role
I know. I'm just not
playing.
trying to out you,
Yeah.
bro.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
but yeah. Well,
Anyway, yeah. Sorry.
if that's her choice, that's fine. I'm just saying if she mentions or we bring up a conversation, if she needs help with a more authentic look, I'd be willing to help. It's been a while since I've helped someone with that fashion. Though honestly, part of it's because that fashion was very uncomfortable.
Oh, I bet. She's one of many masks. I'm sure she'll come to you and then 10 years down the line want to do something more in the way of the 1980s or something.
God, I hope not. Shoulder pads everywhere.
Excuse?
Shoulder pads.
Okay, I'll give on shoulder pads, but the jean jacket.
No, that's classic. That's also like 60s and 70s kind of look too.
Thank you. I
Started in the
appreciate
50s.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, jean
Yeah.
jackets have been around.
Yeah, but not shoulder pads.
Yes.
Big old ones that make the woman just like it's like looks like they're about a Warhammer cosplay in the 80s.
It was a power move. I mean, you never really had to worry about it. I'm to understand, but for the average human woman, times were tough.
Hmm.
Anyway, I feel like I interrupted something that was of import to you. I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
go
I
ahead
was
and
just
leave.
going to the gentleman over there I was going to feed from later.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Bon appetit. I'm going to probably find a snack myself.
Ah, good luck with that.
I don't need luck. I'm building my herd.
Ah, yes. All right. Anybody else have a scene they want to go through? If not, we can move back around to Katrina to finish off her sister.
Uh, I sent you a private message.
Oh, it must have been so far back. Hold on.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
buried.
yeah, people were sending me just so full. Okay.
Yeah.
There you are. Um, it's so yeah. So it's just timing issue because you were doing some other
Yeah.
things. Yeah. So other nights are a little bit later in the evening. You can do that, but just the
Okay.
timing with everything because
Yeah. I just
um
wanted to do the thing with person.
yeah. So
Particular
yeah.
person, yeah.
So yeah, you can if you want to go through a quick scene with that. Like I said, it probably won't be continuous with Adrian and stuff, but you can still go meet them at different time of the night.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine like Adrian like out hunting and stuff,
Mhm.
and he runs across a girl with like dark blue hair and a leather jacket, spray painting a wall that has like some really gory looking like mural happening on it.
Huh. I mean, if that's something that the storyteller wants to insert here, I'm down to play whatever.
I mean, yeah, you guys can role play. That's just let me look up the mechanics for it as you guys start role playing.
Sure.
If you want to, I mean, you don't have to. I mean,
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're doing here, so I'm gonna let you take lead.
That's it. Like she's just like
Oh,
there's
you're
just
just
like
playing.
there's a
So
You just see like a lady,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
sort of looks like Cozy,
let's
but
see.
not really.
Yeah, so Aya's trying to play out her masks advantage now. So she's
Okay.
trying to
Yeah.
introduce those masks to the audience and stuff. So
Yeah.
Okay.
for those wondering what is going on.
Yeah. Candy also looks sort of like Cozy, but not really.
Okay.
She has bright like blonde hair that's like bushy and curly and wears like cottagecore dress happening and like pink accents and such.
Is she basically oh god, I just lost her name. Uh
She she looks
there's a
like in a
YouTuber that I'm
couple
thinking
of
of. Rachel Maxey.
no.
Okay.
She looks like she would be Karen in a couple of years. She's just very like prim and proper, like people pleaser kind of thing. I can send the picture in the thing.
Please. But yeah, okay, so you're over there doing that thing. I'm just going to try and find one of the many individuals that I'm starting to build into. I'm people at home, I'm a pseudo pimp. In that I've been trying to uh, find some women of the night to be a part of my herd. Um, so on my way to my normal cruising space, I see this individual. Interesting. I mean, I'm not going to hold you very long, but I feel like you could do with a little extra. Is there a way that you can fit a gash in there?
I I was thinking that, but I'm not entirely sure. It something's wrong about it, and I have
Spray
no idea.
paint is not my medium, but if you were to, I think I'm gonna take you by the hand with your little spray paint thing, and I'm gonna try to guide it.
Hey,
Start with that
hey.
as a base and go from there.
Right, but the textures are all wrong. I just
Would a different wall work? I don't know that a red brick
mm,
was gonna do what you wanted. I get why you're trying to save paint, but
yeah. I guess next time I'll find somewhere a little bit more gray. We might give it that dead look, I think.
sure, sure. And I'm sorry. I realize I absolutely just grabbed your hand without
Yeah,
making introduction. Uh,
please don't.
Adrian, I apologize. I got excited in the moment.
Mm,
But good job. You are
Des, nice to meet you.
nice to meet you, Des. Uh, are you a horror movie fan?
I have been known to watch the occasional movie.
Well, I mean, listen, everybody's watched Halloween, but have you watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
That's classic.
Well, uh, if you're a fan of films like that, I'm out here on an extended shoot, but I
Mm,
do special effects. I'm not saying
mm,
I'm part of K&B or anything. I just, I do good effects.
yeah, heard of you.
You have now.
Yeah, you're the weirdo who's been walking around with the corpse head, or the one that you made.
How did that get around? I was only doing that over at a function recently. Well, you know what?
I hear things.
Hopefully outside of your head. It was a pleasure meeting you, Des. If you ever want to swing by, pulls out card. This is where I've got my current studio. I can always show you what I've got going, and if you ever want to, it's not really intern, but if you ever want to mess around in my shop, you're welcome.
Well, if you got a spare wall lying around.
A spare what?
A spare wall lying around.
Oh, okay. You mostly focus on paint. That's fair. I'll tell you what. I'll let you do a mural in my place if you let me show you some other mediums. It's good to perfect one. It's good to know a few others because then you won't run into question marks like this. Hmm?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just gotta take a break. I get it.
Yeah. Well, again, pleasure meeting you, Des. Just give me a buzz before you swing on by. I get a little dicey when people just show up on my doorstep, huh?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the next couple of nights bring.
Certainly.
See you later, Adrian.
See you later, Des.
All right. So, Katrina, you're finishing the night with your little sister.
Yeah, she was gonna show her some of the stuff that she's been working on recently, and maybe shoot an email over to the um, curator of her department at the museum and see if there's some night in the following week or so she
Yeah.
could have she could swing by and bring a friend to take a look at some of the
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah. So, um, that's cool. Yeah, she's enjoying the night. Just enjoy the night. Just like it's nice seeing you again. We should see each other more and
Yeah.
check your studio out and what you do. And it's getting late. I have school tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can skip it though. John would just pay the
No.
teachers to give me an A.
No, it's important to actually study. I mean,
I mean, it's nothing important. It's just I just have maths and stuff like that tomorrow.
Who the fuck calls in maths?
Non-Americans.
Yeah, are you saying that she's non-American?
They travel to many countries throughout the year, so they're probably making it posh.
Sure.
yeah, no, it's school is important just because it helps you figure out what you want to do in the future.
But John said I don't really need to worry about that because I'll just inherit the family fortune and I'll never have to work in my life.
That's fair, but it also helps to make sure that you have something in case a family fortune isn't there. And also, it's nice to try and build it up a little bit.
Hmm. Yeah, I
It's
suppose I should have some just in case something happens, like, the money dries up in the companies or something.
yeah, you never know exactly what to expect. It's always good to have some kind of plan for if things go wrong.
Hmm. Yeah. But it's been good seeing you.
You too.
Yeah. I'll tell John that he stopped by.
Maybe don't.
Okay, I won't.
He and I aren't exactly on the best terms right now.
Really, the way he makes it sound is that, he loves you and wishes you came back to the fold and that he doesn't know why you're still running and stuff and that he really he wants to help you.
This guy
Yeah.
sucks.
We're having different opinions on things, and he thinks he's right, and therefore I should just accept that, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I've had some fights with him about what's right and stuff because he is a little smothering at times, but he's got my best interests at heart. He says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know where I am. I'll always answer if you need anything.
Oh, yeah, I would definitely try to keep him, text you or call you when I can, especially when John's not around. It'd be easier that way.
Yeah, just I'm a bit of a night owl. Tend to sleep during the day and work at night. It's just
I'm like that when
it's
I'm not in
easiest
school.
to focus.
Like
Yeah.
during the summer, I just stay up all night, sleep during the day, don't do much.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a hot pocket? I had one the other day, and it's so weird. Normally, the chef makes food for us, but I was at a friend's house and they put one in.
I've had a hot pocket before, honey. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one was it?
Yeah. Had the ham and cheese one. I guess that's standard. It was good, but the center was still cold, even after putting it in the microwave for the prescribed time.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. The best way to do it is actually in the oven.
Ooh, I gotta learn how to work on those. I'll ask the cook tomorrow.
This poor child would die on her own.
That's
Like
the plan.
24 hours and she'd be
The
doomed.
child.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
It
yeah.
doesn't mean I knew how to operate a fucking oven.
You also weren't incredibly wealthy with a private chef.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, but I'll take her home and just chat her up about and try and extol the virtues of why she shouldn't just skip school willy nilly because we're wealthy.
Now, what if I just don't enjoy it?
That's still not an excuse.
Hmm.
Welcome to all of adulthood.
Hmm.
You do things that you don't enjoy all the freaking time.
Ah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, but eventually you'll be old enough that you get to do all the things you don't enjoy and some of the stuff you do enjoy without the
Oh, yeah,
babysitting.
next year I can legally emancipate myself and get my own freedom. Was talking to a lawyer about it.
That actually would be something to look into, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Haven't mentioned to John yet. If I do, you probably not really like it, but
Yeah, I would
you know,
maybe not mention that to him.
yeah. But yeah, he's nice. I told you about the 16th. He's gonna fly me to Tokyo and beyond.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm sure you'll
Uh,
enjoy it.
oh,
I've never actually been, but I'm sure it would be fun.
oh, I'll see if you can come with us. We can get the family's private jet up and running.
I'll think about it, yeah.
Yeah, it would be fun just driving there, looking the city out, buying the manga. Um,
Nailed it.
yeah.
You okay, Callie?
That
The
physically
purest of
hurt.
rages.
A manga.
The manga. Oh god, that's like like a writer trying to write a nerd. It's like, oh yeah, I like the manga.
Mm-hmm.
And
Pain.
and she walks away. Uh, Katrina, roll wits and awareness.
Oh no. Oh no. That's not a lot of dice. I'm gonna go ahead and do a blood surge to try and up that number. I am not hungrier.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad I did that because I got 2 successes because of it.
Okay. As you're walking in the car or walking, getting your car and stuff, you are pretty certain that her memories have been messed with lately or a bit ago because was acting a bit off from what you remember.
I'll ask her about like
Oh,
recent things to try and what?
you had said that you went back to the car and she was going to the house and then you go to ask her.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Okay.
It's when you're basically sitting in the car driving away and thinking
Oh,
about
okay.
the night's events and stuff that she seems a bit off. Like,
Okay.
just that off, almost like probably some uses of dominate.
Yeah.
You kind of remember seeing it with your family through the years.
I just do that. And then I head back to the Haven, I guess.
And that is where we ended tonight because it is 10:16 at this moment and it's been a bit. And yeah. So next time, be cool. We will hopefully deal with the other two who I kind of accidentally left out most of the evening. I am sorry about that, guys.
I
Yeah.
didn't have much to do.
Yeah.
I didn't have any big Prince Torpor news or family affairs.
Yeah. I'll have to be a little bit more
Wizard
active in
hunting.
setting stuff on your end. So with that, let's see. Since we know we are regularly uploading, let's do any kind of plug-in. Obviously, every 2 weeks, fortnightly. up here. Hopefully, we'll have other videos that are not vampire related up sometimes, or even other games. We don't know. We got stuff in the pipeline. We just don't know what's going to finally materialize. But yeah, check it out every Monday. Should drop the VODs. No, not every Monday. Every other Monday
There you go.
at noonish. New episodes will drop. Hopefully, you've all been enjoying it. So let's go around on my screen to see who's good. Should I call on the person yawning? No. Okay, I would start with Luke.
I was about to yawn as a joke. Uh, just follow me on Twitch at Grigxen, Grigxen. I stream on Mondays and Wednesdays. Just whatever I want, I guess. Nothing exciting going on there.
All right. Streams can be exciting. Um,
Yeah.
and let's see, Alex.
I usually, well, I have been slacking for the most part, but if you guys want to just, I'll try to stream tomorrow. I usually, whatchamacallit, but you can find me at Pixelated Quota on YouTube.
All right. Let's see. Let's go with Callie.
Buy my pen. You can buy my pen. You can find me on Twitter. And it's at Cap Callie. Wow. And you can buy my pen. Also, I
Super
run a game
cute.
on Tuesday. Yeah. I run a game on Tuesday at 8 o'clock on Scotty Hood's channel on Twitch. It's called Unwritten, and I is in it. And it is about fairy tales, and it's fun. Buy my pen. that's it for
That's
me.
like the 5th time I heard you say pen or pin.
Pin.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because if I go and I don't find a pen when I'm looking for a pen, I'm gonna lose my shit.
No,
It's a pin.
no bibliographical.
Calligrapho.
So next, let's go with Bob.
Hey, hi, Worldwide Sentai. This is Bob Scary here, coming at you live from Chrome Chimera HQ. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and a slew of other places by my handle, Bob Scary VOA. You can also find me at bobscaryvoa.com to listen to my demos, because I'm, in fact, a voiceover artist. You can also find me on Itch, where I've done some pieces for a system that I've worked on with my good buddy, Anthony Domenico. I'm also on the Retroverse stream, Vaccine Crew. I'm all over the place, but what I really want to do is voice things for you. Let me do voices for your characters. Let me do narrations. Let me sell your product. Just hire me. I'm done.
All right. Learning from that, Aya.
Hi everybody. Let's see. I have a game that I run on Fractured Moon D&D. It is a magical school mystery game. It's super fun, and Callie and Kevin and Kat are all in it, and I made Callie really mad last time, so that made me really happy. And let's see, I have commissions open, so if you want art to go over your voice acting, I guess, you can go hire me. I do pretty cute art. So there you go.
Super cute art.
And then finally, Katrina.
Hi. So my Twitter is listed here, but also I write things occasionally. I have a 5e supplement on DM's Guild called Birds of Paradise, which is a racial supplement for Aarakocra and Kenku for a bunch of different sub races of each of them. It's called Birds of Paradise. I wrote it with Florian from Poison Potion Press, and it's awesome and is Electrum, and I would really like to see it hit gold. That'd be really cool. Yeah, go check that out. Also, I have a magic item supplement called Crook and Wands, which is all about stabs and wands and rods and other phallic things. And go check that out. It's super awesome. And that was actually, I wrote that with Maddie, who also did the overlay art for this channel.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right.
That's my stuffs.
That's everything there, and obviously, like I said, every 2 weeks. Also, in the doobly doo, we should be putting the links to the different YouTube channels, Scotty
Yeah, it
Hood and
has
Fractured
Links in the
Moon.
doobly doo.
Yeah,
it
just
has
check it out.
links to all of our Twitters and flow pages. Those of you who have a YouTube or Twitch, and specific games that are going right now.
Yeah, yeah. So all that extra information is down there, and I believe that's it. So with that, I hope you all had a bloody good time.
You remembered it this
Uh,
time.
Yes.
Bye.
right.